Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine, broski. How you feeling, man?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay, man. You know, living life to the fullest, man. We here. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to all our TikToks, Instagrams, even the Facebook videos, all our YouTube videos, man. And make sure you guys share this, man, so we can get it out in the world and just like it. That's all we care about is likes, man. You guys are running it up. Hey, man, it's been a lot of people been talking about, man, that Joel Embiid LeBron topic, man. I don't know. Me personally, I don't get how people just don't get it, but I never said Joel Embiid is better than LeBron in total. I just said in the last 5 years, there's a conversation that Joel Embiid was better than LeBron James. That's all I said. It's a conversation. If you look at what he's done, you look at what LeBron's done in the last 5 years, you can argue. It's a conversation. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I was saying. But people don't get it. I want to start something different today. You
Okay.
might like this. We don't do this a lot, but I do want to talk about Shedeur Sanders. I want to
I,
talk about his NFL debut that happened last Friday. You know, a lot of people been hating on him. He proved the haters wrong in his NFL preseason debut. So I want to ask you, what was your thoughts on his NFL preseason debut?
well, first and foremost, I just always wanted Shedeur to get a shot. You know what I mean? They tried to blackball him. But Kenny Pickett and then Dylan Gabriel ended up getting injured, so he got a chance to start. I thought he played well. Of course, he could have did some things better. And then a lot of those throws, his teammates, they dropped a couple passes. So if they would have caught those, his stats would have looked even better. But I thought he did a good job. I thought he showed his talent. I thought he showed his poise. I thought he showed why he should be higher on the depth chart. But yeah, I'm proud of him. I just hate that he got this oblique injury and he can't play in the game this Saturday. But I thought he did really well.
I thought, in my opinion, I thought he made some good throws,
Yeah.
especially one when he was rolling to his right and he threw the touchdown. I said, bro, that's what NFL quarterbacks do. And he looked poised in the pocket. He didn't look rattled. He didn't look scared. The only thing I didn't like was you do got to know when to throw the ball away. He did something like you do on Madden, just running around in a circle. Bro, just throw the ball away because he got technically it was a sack. Technically it was a sack. Even though he didn't get touched, it technically was a sack because he lost yards. But honestly, after that, I thought he played really, really good. Now, I did not expect, I knew everybody was hurt, but he played 3 whole quarters. And
Yeah,
I
I didn't
thought he
expect. I thought he was
played.
gonna play a half.
Yeah, I did think he was gonna play a half. And I was like, he's playing really decent. He went 14 for 23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over. I think he got sacked, I think like once or twice. But honestly, after that, I thought he played really, really good. And I was kind of shocked that even after that performance, they kept him number 4 on the depth chart. Now, again, because I talked to you about this, like after the pod last week, I said it's politics. Like Joe Flacco's going to start. I know that's for sure. Then after that, I feel like I think he probably should have passed Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel on the depth chart. Like I feel like I don't know why they're doing this to him. I guess it's because well, he was a fifth round pick, so we're treating him like a fifth round
Our
pick.
fifth
We're
round
gonna
pick.
treat
Yeah.
him like that. So let's keep him fourth on the depth chart. But there's no way you go out there and be like, yeah, he still played like a fifth round quarterback and still deserved to be
Hey,
fourth. No,
did you expect him to throw two TDs though? I didn't expect two TDs. I thought he'd at least get one, but two, I didn't expect two.
I expected at least one. I honestly expected him to turn the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over. I honestly expected that. I just didn't. I did not expect two TDs because I didn't expect them to be that long, play that long in the game. I did not know. I knew they was hurt, but I didn't think he was gonna play all them snaps. That was a lot of
Yeah.
snaps he played. Damn, they played the whole game, and he
Mm-hmm.
was really, really good. So from that, from watching him, Do you believe? Because I think you told me this alt pod. You think he should start? Because we was talking about this even before the game started. So after, you think he should start over Joe Flacco?
Well, eventually, I don't think he should start right off the bat. The Browns got a tough schedule to start. I think like week 7 is when it starts to get to a soft spot of their schedule. So I think that's against the Dolphins. So I'll start them against the Dolphins. The Dolphins defense really isn't that good. So, give them a decent first game to start. I
But you
think he should
think he
start by
should?
week 7. Yeah.
But you think he should at least be QB2?
Yeah, for sure.
You think he
He should at
should
least
be?
be backup. Yeah, he should at least be the backup.
I don't see how he came past somebody and they didn't even touch the field. How does that work? They didn't
On
even
top of
touch
that,
the field.
how he looks in practice. What I mean? Granted, it is practice, but if he's looking better than Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel during practice, why wouldn't you even at least move him up because of that? So
Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know why they are treating him like that. Like he's he was probably no, he was the second best quarterback in the draft. That's what he was. Cam Ward was going one regardless. Whatever somebody, if you think Shedeur is better, that's fine. But he was supposed to be the second quarterback to come off the board. That didn't happen. He slides down. Then after that, we know. Once Dylan Gabriel was drafted over him, we knew the NFL did some BS and he got drafted super late. But I think Shedeur, I said it. I said I think he should not start I think he should not start the season because the Browns, we talked about it. They play the Bengals. That's a L. Like they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose that game. Then they play the Ravens. That's an L. That's definitely an L. Then they play the Packers. That's an L too. Then they play the Lions. That's an L. Then they play the Vikings. That's an L. Then they play the Steelers. That's an L probably. Then that's when you said they play the Dolphins. Then the schedule gets light. That's when the next 3 games are Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. So it gets easier right there. And probably if you do go 0-6, you probably have to do a quarterback change. You probably do have to do a quarterback change. And that's when people in them crowds, if Charles was in Cleveland, he'd be like, number 12, number
yeah.
12.
You gotta hold yeah.
So you at this point, you got to think about putting Shedeur Sanders in there, but I did just wanted to talk about Shedeur Sanders real quick. I felt like he deserved a little spot on this show, man. We're not a football podcast, but I do think he deserves something because he played really good, bro. And I think he showed a lot of people like, hey, I can play in the NFL. Yes, it is against the backups, majority of them, because he did play against some of the starters on defense. They didn't play the whole game, obviously, but he did play against some of the starters. He was good, and he showed like, hey, I could be in the league. I'm good. So I thought he deserved it, and I hope he does succeed, man. I really do hope he succeeds in the NFL. Hey, man, we just got to keep rooting for him, man. We just got to keep rooting for Shedeur and just pray that he does good over Joe Flacco.
I hope
You
they
said
give
what?
him a legit. I hope they give him a legit shot.
Bro, they're not even giving him first team reps. He's not even getting that. He's not even at least getting first team reps. I feel like after this, because I think he got injured yesterday, so that was Wednesday. He should at least got first team reps on Monday and most likely Tuesday. But he ain't getting none. So, before we do move on, do you think this oblique injury is hurting his chances of possibly at least moving up the depth chart? Or does it not hurt him at all?
Well, I feel like it depends on if Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett plays Saturday. If they play Saturday and they don't look as good as Shedeur did, I don't think it hurts them at all. But if they do play and they play better, or if not the same as Shedeur, I think it does hurt them.
I saw a report that they're expected to start Dylan Gabriel.
Okay.
So they're
I don't think
probably,
he's gonna be that good.
if you had to project, you think he throws 2 TDs like Shedeur?
No. If he do, it's gonna be 2 NOs with it.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. But I think it does kind of hurt him a little bit because I felt like he showed like I could play, and then now you can't show us again. Even though we know you can play, you can't show us again. Now we gotta wait until week 3 to see Shedeur again. Because I think he would have played if Dylan was gonna play. I think they probably would have both played a half. So we would have seen basically 5 quarters of Shedeur Sanders. Now we're only gonna see 3, and then we're only gonna see 3 of Dylan Gabriel. So I do think this hurts his chances just a little bit. But I mean, honestly, if he showed out like that and he couldn't move up the depth chart, doesn't matter anyway. It really doesn't matter anyway. But like I said, man, we hope Shedeur does play good. We'll probably be watching that game Saturday, see how Dylan Gabriel plays, man. But let's move on. Let's move on to the real topics, man. I want to ask you about Trae Young. You know, Trae Young, he didn't get a contract extension from the Atlanta Hawks. According to Marcus Spears, it says Trae Young is disappointed the Hawks have not offered him a contract extension yet. And he said, do not be surprised at this point if he plays it out and sees what happens next summer. So I do want to ask you, do you think it's the right move for the Atlanta Hawks to not extend Trae Young going into this season?
I think they should have extended him. Because one, Trae Young has been your best player since he's been there. He's led you guys to a ECF. He's brought life back into the team. He is Atlanta. Atlanta loves him. It makes no sense why you did not extend him. And he's one of the top PGs in the league right now. So yeah, it makes no sense why he didn't extend him.
I want to look up what his potential extension could be. But honestly, though, if I'm the Hawks, I probably wouldn't sign him, at least right now, because we've seen Trae Young is a very good player. He's one of the best point guards in the league. But we've seen so far that we haven't gone anywhere. We haven't gone. Now, granted, some of them teams weren't the best. This is his best team on paper. But we still haven't seen him take us to the next step. And then I'm looking at this. It says he could sign for a max up to $345 million. That's a lot of money to give to a guy that we don't know can be our guy to take us to the promised land. So I think it's okay to just wait it out this year, see if he plays great, see if he takes us far. And if he does take us far, I don't think they don't have a problem giving him an extension. They just don't want to be stuck to this contract and potentially have to pay Trae Young $50 to $60 million a year. And he's probably not worth that. So I don't have a problem with that.
He did lead them to an Eastern Conference Finals in 21. And then, they lost to the Bucks 4-2. But, like you said, his teams weren't that good. Like you said, this is his best team. I think they want to see, since this is the best team that they constructed around him, I think they want to see, how far do we go with this team? If he makes it like to the second round, or probably to the Eastern Conference, I think they'll extend him for sure. He has to at least get past the first round, though. And I feel like for them to extend him, they feel like he has to get past that first round.
And then the thing is, hypothetically, if the Hawks are a disappointment, like they just become bad, don't make the playoffs, then you got Trae Young on a 1-year deal. He most likely doesn't accept the player option. Then you don't re-sign him, and then you just go into a full rebuild. So it's like, yeah, you lose the best player and you do want to get something back for him. But it's like, it's to the Hawks. It's better than paying him 50 to 60 mil knowing he can't be my guy. So I'd rather just let him test free agency. And if he wants to go somewhere else, fine. But if I see that we were bad with you, what makes you think we're going to be good with you again later on? And then we know in 2021 they should have lost. We know that. We know they should have lost.
Hey, they got it done. They got it done. It's the same thing with your Pacers. The Pacers wasn't supposed to make it. They was not supposed to make it. Cleveland was supposed to beat them, but stuff happens. So he at least did it though. You can say he
Well, the
did it.
Pacers were actually good. No one thought Ben Simmons was gonna not dunk the ball. Who would have thought Ben Simmons was gonna pass it up to Matisse Thybulle?
Has he signed with a team yet?
Who, Ben Simmons? No.
Yeah, I don't think he has.
Nah. I saw that. That was like last week or something. They said something about not the Hawks. The Knicks probably is his most likely destination in free agency. Because I swear I thought it was gonna be the Celtics, but he hasn't been there. So they said it's probably the Knicks. But like I said, I didn't think Ben Simmons was gonna pass up an easy dunk. So you said that so for you, the Hawks, if you're the Hawks, what does Trae Young have to do for you to be like, okay, we'll give you this new extension? What does he have to do?
I feel like the Atlanta Hawks, they want to at least get in that first round, and not the play-in, because they're usually in the play-in. Last couple of years they've been in the play-in. So they want to get at least the top 6 seed to secure themselves in the first round. If they don't, and they have to get in the play-in, they have to win the play-in, make the first round. And depending on that matchup, I feel like the Hawks want to see them at least get past that first round. If he gets past that first round, they're going to for sure extend him. For sure. Because now you prove to us that if we put good pieces around you, we build and construct a good team around you, you can lead us somewhere. But I feel like that all depends on Porzingis. It really all depends on Porzingis.
So all you got to do is win the first round. He don't got to get past the second with this new team on paper. For you,
I feel like if the Atlanta Hawks, they will re-sign him and give him a contract extension if he gets past the first round.
I ain't gonna lie, you got to at least get past. You probably got to at least be competitive in the second. If it's a dog fight in the second, hypothetically, let's just say they face the Magic in the second round, or the Knicks or the Cavs, whatever, and it's a dog fight, I think we showed, because we was like, okay, we was that close to make it to the Final Four, and all it takes is a little bit of luck, and I think I will resign you. The first round, not enough, bro. That's not enough. Because I feel like with this team, and you said they should be a top 16?
They should be.
Okay, if they're a top 16, they should beat whoever's in the play-in. They should beat them.
Should.
Actually, they don't face nobody in the play-in. They're the ones that face the 3 seed, whoever the 3 seed is. So we expect to at least be a dogfight. And I probably expect the Hawks to probably at least be whoever the 3 seed is. I don't know who it is. I don't know. This is hypothetical. But I expect them to at least be to the second round in a dogfight.
Bro, that's all depends on Porzingis. That's literally who it all depends on. We know Trae is going to show up. We know what Dyson Daniels is going to do. We know what the Congo is going to do. We know what Zachariah Ricochet can be. So yeah, it literally all depends on Porzingis. Porzingis unlocks this team.
Can Jalen Johnson give us a healthy year though?
For a meaningful
year. Like, this is a meaningful year now. So this is like all the other years, we just, hope we were good and yada. This year, you guys are expected to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So can you be healthy for us? Because he missed a lot of time last year. I think he hurt his shoulder, I don't know. Not much specific. So can he give us a healthy year? Because there is an argument. I know you said Porzingis, and I agree. Jalen Johnson, hypothetically, is probably their second best player. You could argue it. You could argue he's probably their second best player over Porzingis. You could argue that.
Yeah, it was his left shoulder.
Okay,
left shoulder. He tore his labrum.
Yeah. So I knew that hurt. So yes, it just Jalen Johnson might be the key, but I do think Porzingis plays a huge part. But if we could get healthy year from Porzingis, healthy year from Jalen Johnson, I think they could go far and potentially be like the Pacers of last year. I just don't agree like the first round is enough for me to be like, yeah, because I felt like you guys were always supposed to at least make it to the first round, and here you are getting smacked in the play-in. Like last year. You guys beat the Magic. No, you guys lost to the Magic. And then you guys face a Heat team and let Davion Mitchell go crazy. You lost to Davion Mitchell. Like Davion Mitchell was God in that game, and they lost. So, I mean, like you said earlier, play it or first round, and his majority of the time is play in. So I think we both expect them to be better. So Trae Young is getting paid 45 this year, and then next year has a player option for 48. I think he declines that. And that's why I don't have a problem with them not extending him, but it does suck for Trae Young because, like you said, he is Atlanta, he is that organization, brought life to that franchise. You say it all the time. I mean, people go to the Hawks to see him.
To see Trae, yep.
Yes, they go there to see him, but at the same time, is Trae Young really worth 50 plus 60 mil? I don't know. Is he better than De'Aaron Fox? Because we saw De'Aaron Fox got 57.
I'll put them in the same tier.
And we don't think
because Trae last year averaged 24 and 11. His career average is basically 25 and 10. So, he's been putting up numbers. His numbers tell that he's worth it. It's just I think they don't want to pay a short guard like that. He's not really athletic. He's short. He could be inconsistent at times. So I think that's really what it is.
And to a degree, a defensive liability because of his size.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trae Young is what, 5'11", 6 foot at the most?
Yeah.
So that's a defensive liability. But I mean, like I said, I think you said they should extend him. I don't have a problem with it. It just sucks for Trae Young because it's like I want all players to get their bag, and I want players to get that security, bro, because you never know, bro. Knock on wood, get hurt, end of the career. So you want that security. Like, you definitely want that. And it's like, why do I have to go out there and prove myself? I've been amazing. Bro, I think I saw it on Twitter the other day. I think Trae Young is he's like the second. He has the second most 20 points and 10 assist games in history. So you don't get a lot of guards that do that, especially now when we talked about last week.
Especially his size.
Especially last week, we was talking about are the point guards gone, and somebody said in the comments, I think we forgot about Trae Young when we named the regular point guards to an extent. But I was thinking is Trae Young really I think he's more of a scorer than a dimer.
Yeah. He can pass for sure. But I'm not saying that he is LaMelo, but him and LaMelo are the same. They're scoring guards that can pass really well. He's a scorer first before he's not a true point guard.
So, yeah, Trae Young, hope you do get the bag, brother. But to the Hawks, you got to prove it, man. And I do got the Hawks on my teams, bro. So I do hope y'all do good. Let's do this reacting to the NBA schedule that came out the other day. Let's start with the opening night matchup. Just give what was your thoughts on it? Do you like the matchup? Do you not? Do you hate it? So the first game is the Houston Rockets, the new Houston Rockets with Kevin Durant, head to OKC to see the ring ceremony and face them on opening night. Do you like this game or do you hate it?
I do, because it's low key. Them throwing it in KD face man, look, you could have won a ring at OKC if you stayed, and now OKC won a ring without you. So what you gonna do? I like it though. KD's is gonna be at that ring ceremony, looking at the banner being raised when I know KD feels like he should have bought a ring to OKC. So I like it. I like it a lot.
At least me. I do think this is on paper probably at least the two best teams in the West. The NBA knew exactly what they were doing. Rockets have they might.
The Nuggets up there too.
Oh, I do agree. But I think the Rockets have a case of being number 2 in the West. Nuggets do too. The Nuggets do too. Maybe the Clippers. But I do think the Rockets. That's why I said me. I did say I was going to say we. That's why I said me. I do think these are probably the two best teams in the West. The NBA knew exactly what they were doing. They knew it was KD on the Rockets. They know this team is really good. So let's bring him to OKC. See this ring ceremony. And I do
Okay.
believe I had to project. I think Kevin Durant gonna go crazy because I don't think nobody on that team gonna stop him. I do believe that if I had to guess, I think Shea will go crazy, dropping 30 points as per usual. Everybody's gonna be happy. Shea brings a championship to an organization that was moved from Seattle to OKC. And Kevin Durant is going to be in the locker room, or he might be out on the court and watch it. That might give him motivation, but he's going to probably be in the locker room and watch it. Like, man,
This should have
probably
been
should
me.
have one.
Yep, this should have been
They
me.
had a chance though. They
They
had two
did.
chances. They had two chances. The one in what was that 2012? 2012. They faced the Heat in the finals. According to the odds maker, they were the favorite to win that series. So they had their chance. They won game one. Then they never won a game ever again. Then what was that in 2015? No, 16? You blow the 3-1 lead against the Warriors. So you had your chances to bring a championship. You had your chances. I still don't believe the Thunder would have beaten the Cavs even if they did win that series. People said they probably would have. I don't believe that at all. But I do think that the Rockets and the Thunder is a great series. I mean, a great matchup on opening night. And I damn near predicted the schedule with an opening night schedule. Damn near.
I can easily see, well, depending on OKC how they come out, I can easily see Houston winning by double digits. You know, it's the ring ceremony. OKC, they didn't had a lot of fun this summer. I'm not saying that they're not gonna be locked in, but you know that it's the first game of the season, it's their ring ceremony. You know, I think if we can go back, I wonder how many teams lost on that won a championship lost on opening night.
From when?
Like
From
just
how
in
long ago?
like
Like the
probably
last
what
10 years?
the last decade.
How many teams have lost on opening night to won a ring? Celtics won last year. I think the Nuggets won their championship. Who was in 20 Warriors in 21? No, that was 22. Warriors at 22. I don't know who they faced on opening night though.
Let's see. Chat GTP.
Oh, this man used Chat GPT.
Said the 04 Pistons lost. 2013 Spurs lost.
Okay.
The 94 Houston Rockets lost.
Okay.
The Bulls in 93 lost. Let's see. Them a few teams that they gave me.
I was going past the last 10 years. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but you know, some teams they come out lackadaisical that first game after winning a championship.
Because remember, what was that in 2017? I think when the Spurs they beat the Warriors on opening night when they got KD. Remember the Warriors? No, I think it was the next year. I guess so. I'm guessing that was 2017, 2018 year. I'm guessing the Spurs beat them on opening night. I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking. So I agree with you because you know this is a new team too, so it's not a lot of like scouting. Like we don't know how Kevin Durant is gonna play on the Rockets. We don't know, and like you said, the Thunder, they're gonna be happy, bro. They're gonna be energetic. They're gonna be happy as hell. So you know they might come out lackadaisical, or at least start out. At least they might start out lackadaisical. Then maybe they turn it up late. But I agree with you. I would not be shocked if the Thunder do lose on opening night. Then you know what it's gonna be. Oh my god. See, man, you can't trust this team, man. It's hard to start out. It's like, bro, shut up.
Looking at it
it's
right
the first
now,
game.
the Lakers lost to the Clippers in 2019, 2020 when they won. They lost to them. Golden State lost to Houston, the 2016-2017 season. But for the most part, a lot of teams win. A lot of teams win on on the first game. But those were the few that lost in the last couple of years. Well, last decade.
The NBA cooked with this. The NBA
Yeah, they did.
they cooked with this first game, Rockets and Thunder. Now I tweeted, I said put Rockets, Thunder, and Clippers, Lakers. That's what I thought they should have did. But for the second game of opening night, we have the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers. Another LeBron James and Steph Curry matchup to start out the night. Do you like this matchup or do you hate this matchup?
It's okay. Like you said, I would have wished they did the Clippers in LA because those teams got better this offseason. And the Golden State Warriors didn't really do anything this offseason. Yeah, you got a full season with Jimmy now. But other than that, you guys didn't do anything to improve your team. I thought the better matchup would have been the two LA teams.
Am I a bad guy to say, man, I can't wait till they stop milking Curry and LeBron? Am I a bad guy for saying that, bro?
Well, you
I'm
got to
so
either this year or next year. LeBron gonna be gone. So
I'm so over the milkiness, man, bro. This is like, yes, I agree, G. We get good games, but it's like, come on, like it's the same thing. Curry, LeBron, every single time, and I get it, bro. They bring the views. I get that part. I feel like we gotta do something different, and I've seen a lot of people say the NBA missed this match. They missed it with the Mavericks and the Lakers.
yeah, the Mavericks and Lakers would have been a good one for sure. Yeah, that would have been a good one.
They could
I
have
mean, but they're
did
not
Anthony.
healthy. They're not
I
healthy
mean, we
though.
still got Anthony Davis. You got Anthony Davis. You got Cooper Flag. Anthony Davis returns to LA because he didn't play last time they went to LA. He was hurt. So that would have been a good matchup. That would have been a decent matchup. I thought it would have been good, but I really wanted to see Clippers and Lakers. I really wanted to see that. Like you said,
Yeah, that would have been a good
the
one.
Clippers got way better. The Lakers got way better. To two LA teams to battle for LA. Come on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all missed something with that. But we do get Curry and the Lakers. And I mean Curry and LeBron. You like I said, it's okay. I don't hate it. I'm just in the middle like you. I just feel like y'all missing opportunities with the match. I'm just like, bro, like I think a lot of people just tired of seeing it, especially like, bro, like Luka's the guy. Luka's the best player. Should just did Luka versus Curry, man, instead of LeBron versus Curry, man. That's what they should have did. But you know, LeBron bring them views, Curry bring them views, and it's gonna be a good matchup. It start late, but it's gonna be a good matchup. It'll be a good matchup. So Wednesday, and I keep forgetting, bro. There's no TNT no more to start these games, bro. I
Yeah,
keep forgetting
yeah.
because now these games they're on NBC and Peacock
NBC.
now.
Yep, NBC
Yeah,
and
man.
Peacock.
They know they don't do it no more, bro. So on Wednesday, we got the Cavaliers versus the Knicks to start off on ESPN. You like this matchup? You hate it?
Yeah, I like the matchup. Because the Knicks they went to conference finals last year, and people thought that the Cavs were supposed to go to the conference finals last year. So, um, it gives Cavs that matchup of we should have been there. And then on top of that, both teams got better as well. Like a lot of the good teams got better. So now we get to see who really should have been, even though the Knicks went, is who really is going to be the best team in the East this year. Because those are the two top teams in the East.
Yeah, I like it because we're starting off out the gate. These are the two best on paper. These are the two best teams in the East. Cavaliers, like you said, the Cavs probably should have went to the conference finals. The Knicks, we saw they went to the conference finals, and this is giving us. I know it's early. This is only October, but this could potentially be an Easter Conference Finals preview. So we get to see how these two teams match up. Like you said, that the Cavs got better. They made some additions. The Knicks made some additions. So I like that. You got two of the best guards in the league going at it with Jalen Brunson
Brunson.
and Donovan Mitchell. So we get to see that to start out on Wednesday. So I like it. And for the second game, we got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flag on the big stage. Cooper Flag versus Victor Wembanyama. Do you like this matchup? Do you hate it?
Yeah, I feel like that's really what it was. It was the Cooper Flag versus Wimby show. Um, it's like the Golden State and Lakers game. It's an okay game, but I feel like they could have did better. I expect the Spurs to win that game. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
do?
I think I expect the Spurs to win that
Oh.
game. I expect it's an early prediction, but I expect the Spurs to win that game.
So
But
who?
it's okay.
Oh my bad. I was about to say, who did you want? Wait, did you? Who did you want off the matchup? There, did you want the Spurs to get off or the Mavericks to like not be there?
Well, since the Mavericks aren't healthy, like I'm not saying they don't deserve any primetime games, but since they don't have Kyrie, it's like, yeah,
But they still
yeah,
had AD and Cooper
yeah,
Flag. Like, does Cooper Flag not get love, bro? Like,
bro. Cooper Flag does not move me as much as that he moves everybody else.
oh, I know that. Hey, I remember, brother. I know. I know.
So
I'm just saying. So I'm just saying for at least maybe
will be a
okay,
good matchup.
maybe a casual fan, or at least somebody who watches basketball, like AD and Cooper Flag versus Victor Wembanyama. That don't move you. That don't move you. That ain't no. Hey, that's a sexy
They could
game right there.
they could have. I would like the Pistons versus the Spurs would have been a decent matchup. They could have done. Nah,
But what's the
not
title to
Minnesota.
that matchup though? What's the title? Like what? How can you sell me Pistons and Spurs? How can you sell me that?
I mean, the Pistons were good last year. I mean, it's
I
literally off a
agree.
name, like you said. It's literally off a name. It's the Cooper Flag. They milking Cooper Flag right now because he's the best prospect that he came in since Cooper Flag. I mean, not Cooper Flag, since Wemby. So that's what they really the two hyped number one picks. That's what they selling right now.
Didn't they do this last year? Remember they put Victor Wembanyama on opening, well, on that Wednesday, the late game 2 versus the Mavericks. Again, don't you Victor Wembanyama versus Luka Doncic. And you telling me Cooper Flag, probably to some people one of the best white boys in the league versus that alien? That don't move you. Come
No,
on, that don't move you.
Cooper Flag does not move me, bro. He does not
Oh
move me
my
at all.
god.
And then like now, if Kyrie was healthy, I would mess with it. If Kyrie was healthy, and then on top of that, they trying to milk Wemby, but we don't know what the Spurs are going to be like either. Um, so it's one of those things where I feel like it can go either way. Um,
I I think they're gonna milk Wimby as long as he's great.
oh,
They
for
got milk.
sure,
They got milk him.
for
Bro, Wimby had a
sure.
Christmas game last year, and the Spurs weren't even good. Like,
And then
so they milking it.
and it's like I'd rather see two teams that are like the same tier or like that's like on the same level play. Like, let me see. I'm looking at it right now. Like the Hawks and the Spurs would be a good one. I feel like those two are on the same tier.
They don't move
Um,
me.
just
Like
because
they
of the
don't.
names.
I
That's because of the
know,
names.
but you
That's
got to
literally
get
because
to
of the
the
names.
casual, bro. Like a casual fan, bro. They be like, hey, Trae Young versus Victor Wembanyama, 9 o'clock Eastern. Bro, that don't move me. Now, what moves me is two of the best number one picks potentially in the last probably 10 years facing off. To a casual fan, that moves them. Hey, man, I'm gonna write this down. After 20 games, I want to ask you, what do you think of Cooper
For
Flag?
flag.
I'm gonna write that down and ask you that. Because man, you don't like Cooper, bro.
It's not that
I,
I don't like him. I just don't see the hype around him. Like he's a good player. I've always gave him his credit. He's a good player. I just don't see generational talent like everybody else does. He hasn't shown it to me yet.
but well, for me, I like it. I like it because you get Victor. We expect the Spurs to be good. They made some additions with Dylan Harper. And think about it too. Dylan Harper versus Cooper, the first two picks. That even though it's
Mhm.
more Victor and Cooper, we know that.
Cooper, yeah.
But it's Victor Wembanyama versus Cooper Flag, two of the best number one picks in the last like 4 drafts, facing off against each other. The Spurs are expected to be good. Yes, there is no Kyrie Irving, but the Mavericks still have a good team with Anthony Davis, Cooper Flag. I mean, if you Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, whatever you think of those
D'Lo.
guys, yeah, D'Angelo Russell. So they still have a very good team. And a lot of people expect them to at least fight for a 6 seed. Like they're still a good team, and a lot of people expect Kyrie to eventually come back. So I think this is actually a really good matchup on a Wednesday night on ESPN. Like I do like this. I think it moves people, but you gotta sell me that title, bro. Pistons and Spurs don't sell me, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Like
It's the
it don't
matchups. I
sell
like
me.
good matchups. I just
I
like
agree.
good matchups.
I have no problem with that, but you gotta sell it to the people, bro, the casuals. You do gotta sell it. All right, we gonna do this Thursday night game, and then we gonna do Christmas games, and then we gonna be moving on from that. So on Thursday on ESPN, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, a finals rematch of last year. Do you like this or do you hate
No,
this?
I don't like it because Miles Turner is gone. That team is not going to be the same. So it's like a finals rematch is not even really a final. If Miles Turner was there, yes, I would like it. I would like it. But and then Tyrese is hurt, so it's like I don't really like it.
Why did they do this? This is I feel
So
like
early too,
yes, this is early. Maybe they wanted to get it out the way.
probably.
But it's like I feel like I get it. Like you gotta at least put it on like a prime time because these are the last two finals teams. I do agree. I get that part of it, but it's like I wouldn't want this to be on like the opening to start out the week. I would
Yeah,
rather this game be like in like maybe in sometime in December or like January or something. Not to start out the week because, like you said, Miles Turner isn't there and Tyrese is hurt. Two of the three best players not even there. So what do we expect now? Could they shock us and be competitive in that game and probably win? They could.
they getting blown out, bro. They getting blown
Oh,
out. They getting blown out, bro.
you think they getting blown out, bro?
Yes.
I, I,
Andrew
I don't.
Nemhart, Aaron Naismith, and Pascal Siakam is not enough.
You got Ben Mathurin.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
You think they can't give OK? You think they can't give OK? And they at home. You think they can't give OKC some
No.
go?
No. Hell no. No.
You expecting 25 dub?
I wouldn't say 25, at least 20 though. At least 20.
I
I
wouldn't be
wouldn't be
shocked if it's
surprised
better
they
than
did
we.
that if they did them how they did the Grizzlies.
Nah, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I don't think.
I wouldn't be
I,
surprised.
no, I would definitely be surprised, bro. I would be surprised. But I do hate this. I just don't like that you basically putting Pascal and some decent role players against the reigning champs to start off. I'm not messing with that. Like you said, if Miles Turner was there at least, I'd be cool with it, but I'm not messing with this, man. I don't like this matchup on prime time at least. Now, watch it be another good game because they're gonna put the other game. They said the full schedule is gonna be released later today. Now, watch it be
Okay.
another good game. It's gonna be another good game that won't get the national time that they probably should put on ESPN. But the next game is the Golden State Warriors visiting the Denver Nuggets. You like this
Yeah, I like that.
matchup? Do you hate it?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Curry versus Jokic. And then with the new different nuggets. So yeah, I like that. I like that matchup. I like it a lot.
I'm in the middle because I'm in the middle, bro. Because like again, earlier you was like the Warriors didn't even make no moves. And what do we expect of this Warriors team versus a new Denver Nuggets? Credit this is they do got new pieces, but what do we expect? Like I would think some people probably think the Nuggets should dub them. I know they got Jimmy and
Yeah.
Steph. No, they got Jimmy and Steph and Draymond, but it's like, hey, this Nuggets team is stacked. This Nuggets team is stacked, and they're at home too. So a lot of people probably think, hey, we should dub them. We should dub the Warriors at home at least. So I'm kind of in the middle. I don't think it's like it's sexy, but it's like
If they wouldn't got a big, so say for instance,
they're getting Al Horford.
he ain't signed there yet.
But
But say for
we'll
instance,
see.
if they did have Al Horford or Robert Williams or something like that, would you have liked the matchup better?
No, because Al Horford ain't no sexy name.
Well, what
All
about?
right.
But they don't have a big. They just need a big. They literally don't have no big. Kevin Looney's gone. What you gonna rely on? Quitting post?
No, they're relying on old Al Horford when he resigns. I mean, when he signs with them. Yes. And the Nuggets, I think I wouldn't be shocked if they beat them by double digits. I will not be shocked at all. Like, I get it. This is the Warriors, Steph and Jimmy, but Nuggets got squad, bro. They got 9 deep, legitimately 9 deep. So I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of this game. I think it's a good game, but I'm not like, yes, let's go watch this. All right, we're gonna do the Christmas games, and then we will move on. First game that starts off again, Cavaliers and the Knicks on Christmas to start it off. Like this
I
game, you
like
hate it
that.
on
Nah,
Christmas.
yeah, I still like it. I like that matchup a lot. Both teams are evenly matched. Well, on paper, evenly matched. So yeah, I like that matchup.
I like it, man. Again, by this time, they probably should be 1-2 in the East by December 25th. So we expect the two best teams in the East to go at it against each other to see how they play. I like it. You know, the Knicks always play on Christmas. They play early. Like they play like 11 o'clock. So Knicks versus Cavs. I like it, man. It's gonna be two best teams going at it. So I'm cool with it. Next game. The Spurs and the Thunder. They're giving the Thunder some respect, putting the Thunder on Christmas. You like this game or you hate it?
Yeah. Like the only reason why I'm so iffy because we don't know what the Spurs are gonna be. Of course we're gonna get Wemby versus Shea. But I feel like the Thunder are the better team right now, so they should. I'm not saying that the Spurs are not gonna be competitive, but we don't know what the Spurs are gonna be, and then we already know what OKC is. So it's like I would rather them put OKC against a more evenly matched team, or like OKC versus Denver or something like that, or OKC versus the Lakers. You know what I mean? So like, depending on how the Spurs is, that's why I feel like it's going to determine the hype around that matchup. Depending on how the Spurs play this upcoming season to start the season.
Bro, we talked about it. Wemby, they go milk Wemby. Wemby in year 3 already got 2 Christmas games. Already 2 Christmas games. You got to sell it, bro. If I tell you walking up, hey, you watching Christmas games, and then I know you're going to say something crazy, but hey, Victor Wembanyama, the alien, versus the reigning champs OKC Thunder. You like that matchup? If I talk to you on the street and said that.
The hell? Hell no. Like I said, it depends on how for me, it depends on how the Spurs are. If the Spurs start off bad and they don't really look like a playoff team or a good team by Christmas, then no, I wouldn't even like that. I wouldn't even want to see that. Yeah, it's Wemby versus Shea, but I wouldn't want to see that. I want to see good games on Christmas.
Is this the nap game?
I don't want to see no blowouts.
Is this the nap game? This is the game you take a nap?
Fuck around, yeah, because what time it come on?
This will start at 1:30.
Yeah, so after everybody eat, open gifts, you take your nap. Yeah, this is the nap game. Yeah.
Boy, put some respect on Wemby. Bro, and then Wemby versus Chet, man. You know how it be, man. You know how it was to start off.
Man, look, it all depends on how the Spurs are. If the Spurs are good, then yes, it's gonna be a good game. But if not,
so the Spurs are like 3 games under 500. It still won't be a good game. Come on, bro.
It depends on how they look, bro. I wouldn't say the record matters. It just depends on how they look.
Bro, I like it. Victor Wembanyama, potentially the next face of the NBA going against, to some people, a top 3 player in the NBA and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on Christmas. They not bad. And I expect the Spurs to be decent by then. I ain't expecting them to be like, I'm not expecting them to be like, I don't know how many games they would be playing at that time. Probably, I'm gonna hypothetically say they're 5 games over 500. I don't know how many games they will play by Christmas. So I'm going to just say 5 games over 500. So I expect 2 good teams. The reigning champs versus a sleeper team in the West going at it on Christmas. I like this matchup. And of course, you got to milk Wembanyama. You have to milk him as long as he's great in the NBA. Black Rotten. Finally getting to catch y'all on live. Wemby got body check. Black Rotten, man.
Oh, yeah, man, for sure.
Hey, man.
Appreciate you coming in, bro.
Appreciate it, bro, man. You know, we always live on Thursdays, man, 11 Eastern time, man. So.
Oh, he put up another comment, Jen.
Oh, my bad. What's your thoughts on Shohei? He still doesn't have a consistent shot at what's his true position. Me, personally, my thoughts on Shohei, I feel like he's just like, to a degree, he's kind of like a point forward. Like, he can handle the ball. His true position is really the power forward in my eyes. Yes, he doesn't have a consistent jump shot, he can hit it, but you could leave him wide open. I think he's decent. I think he's pretty good. His defense is not the worst, but I just think he needs to develop a consistent jump shot, probably at least a mid-range shot. But he's good.
I
He's a
think
good player. Go ahead.
I think he's a glue guy. I think he's a glue guy for the San Antonio Spurs. I think he does a little bit of everything. If he had a consistent jump shot, I think he'd definitely be a better player. But like he reminds me, I'm not saying he's as skilled as him, but he reminds me of Draymond. A guy that's gonna do everything, that's gonna be the glue guy for your team, that's gonna get like you say, he's a point forward.
You think when Pop put him in like the point guard that 1 year, you think that kind of helped him?
Yes, yes, for sure that helped him. That definitely helped him because it allowed him to see the floor differently, allowed him to know where guys are gonna be, allowed him it increases IQ.
A poor man's a man or a sore.
Nah, I think they're better defensively, they're better athletically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're better than him.
Honestly a man
I'll say
probably
I don't
a man and a
yeah,
sore. They probably clear him
yeah,
defensively
they
at least.
clear
They
him.
definitely
Yeah,
so but Shohan is a good player.
yeah, he
He's
is.
always on my
He is.
fantasy team. He's always on
Yeah,
my
he's a
fantasy
really good
team.
player. He's a really good player. I like him.
So the next team we got the Mavericks are headed to the Bay to take on the Golden State Warriors. You like this game or you hate it?
Yeah, hopefully my boy is back by then.
He's not
You know
back by
my
then. He's not back.
hopefully he is. Well, I've been watching his streams. He looked good. He walking good. So
He
you
probably
know,
not back by Christmas.
hopefully he's
Yeah.
back by then. But if
He
he
tore
is,
his ACL in March, I think. So we got April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 9 months right there. Then you December, that's 10. Then January, February. That's 12 months. He'll probably come back. Because I think he hurt it in March. I think he tore it in March.
I'm
Probably
looking.
like early March or late February. Something around
Yeah,
there.
it was early March. It was his knee. Early
Okay.
March.
So
March
yes.
3rd.
Yeah, so I thought so. Early March. So when he comes, like I said, when he comes back, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That'll be 9 months. That'd be 9 months.
Hopefully my boy is a quick healer. Hopefully he got that Deadpool Wolverine blood. Cause boy, I want to see him versus Steph, bro. I love when they match up. Cause me personally, I choose Kyrie over Steph any day. I ain't gonna lie. So
Oh, that's cool.
I want to see that matchup so bad. I want to see it so bad.
Okay, so we have to go off. He's not playing. You still like it?
Yeah, it'd be a good matchup. It still be a good matchup. AD versus Steph and Jimmy. And then D'Lo used to play there too, so D'Lo will have some stake in that game. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
Man,
I like it better. I like it better than that OKC and Spurs game.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what it is. It's Cooper Flag on Christmas. Facing the Warriors. You know, it's Cooper Flag, bro. He's the main guy, bro. We got to see what he is. And by that time, I think you going to give us your answer on what you think of Cooper Flag. I think he going to say Cooper Flag decent, y'all. I think he going to say
I already said he's decent. I just don't think he's generational.
You say that, it don't convince me, bro. That ain't convincing me. That ain't convincing me. It's like when your mom tell you to say sorry when you did something. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you don't mean that. You just saying it just because. Like, that's what I get from you when you say Cooper Flag.
Bro, Cooper Flag is actually decent, bro. It's just that when he was going against all them people in like college and high school, he was bigger, more athletic. He can shoot over everybody. But now you're in the NBA. We seen him. He had a good game in the summer league, but we seen him struggle also throughout that game and the other game, the first game he played. So it's like you gotta have a bag now that you're in the NBA. So by then he could have improved. His shot could have gotten better. His ball handling has definitely gotten better. But yeah, his shot selection, his shooting, and have an actual go-to move. Like, by then he can get better. So
I want you
hopefully
to be
he
like
does.
Cooper Flag, good man. That's how I want you to. That's what I
We gonna
want you
see.
to do. That's what I want you to do, bro. Black Ron said, I think a healthy Kyrie versus Curry. I'd say Kyrie. Never forget that shot.
Never, ever.
Finals game 7. The
Was
greatest shot
that
in
low key
history.
one? I was just gonna say, was that low key one of the best shots in NBA history
Oh, it's
in the
definitely
finals?
one of the best. Honestly, that's probably the greatest shot in playoff history.
Yeah, bro.
It's probably the
That
greatest
shit was
shot in playoff
amazing.
history.
I remember when I seen that shot happen, bro. What was we? I think we was on the rooftop. We was at a party. And they had the game on. What? Forget that party. I'm watching the game, dog. I just remember being drunk and yelling to the top
So
of my lungs as soon as
what
he
was your
hit.
reaction when he shot it? Like, what was you doing? Like,
Bro, first off, I was drunk. I had I had some Mary Jane in my hand.
you
And all
remember
I
that?
remember is hell yeah. All I remember is I jumped up, I screamed to the top of my lungs, I dropped up Mary Jane, and I almost stepped on it and broke it.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah.
No, it's probably and like when we go in just playoff. I think it's the greatest shot playoffs in history. But like just playoffs and the regular season,
Mm.
that might be. That's probably at least. It's definitely
The
top 10.
magnitude of
Definitely
it, the
top 10.
magnitude of that shot.
Top 5. Most likely, it probably be top 5 in total with regular season and playoffs. It probably will because there's probably some great regular season game winner buzzer beater. So
Luka's game went on Portland his rookie year. That was a great one.
that's not bad. I don't think that's
No,
like
it's not better than Kyrie. I'm just saying it was a great shot.
I don't think that's like a top 10 greatest shot ever though.
Man, I don't know, dog. He
All
was
the buzzer
falling out of
beaters.
bounds in the corner. It was a
I
buzzer
can
beater.
I can argue the LeBron shot against Toronto is greater than that.
The Kawhi shot in Toronto
Yeah,
against
that's
Philly
a
is
great
greater than
shot
that one.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a lot. I just don't think
Ray Allen 3, yeah, that was a good one.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't a buzzer beater though.
I mean,
Or
but
you
the
just talk about
magnitude
the
of that shot.
shots, just the
Yeah,
shots.
yeah, it's
Okay,
a
yes,
shot.
I agree. Yes, I agree. That's definitely up there in top 5,
Yeah.
like top 5. I was just thinking of like buzzer beater, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, because Kyrie shot one of buzzer beater, so yeah, I agree. The Ray Allen
Or
shot was
Curry shot on Houston. No, was it Houston or OKC?
the OKC, the one when it was like half court. You talking about that
Yeah,
one? That was
yeah.
against
That
OKC
was a
on
good
the
one.
road. Hey man, it's a lot, but overall, I like this game. You know, Warriors, you gotta put them on Christmas Cooper flag. We got milk Cooper flag as long as possible. Next game, Rockets versus the Lakers. Kevin Durant versus LeBron James. You like this or
Yeah.
you hate this?
Yeah, I like that one. Low-key, I think that's gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be a really good game. It might come down to the last 2 minutes. But I like that. I like that Bron versus KD. We get that matchup one last time. People were speculating this might be Bron last year. I don't think it is, but we get to see that LeBron KD matchup one last time if LeBron retires this year or next year.
As long as they didn't do LeBron and Steph Curry on Christmas, it's cool with me. But I like it, man. You know, these are arguably two of the best players of our generation. The two best, well, small forward, power forward, wherever you want to name them at, in the league. The Rockets are a really good team on paper. The Lakers are a really good team on paper. Probably one of the two best teams in the Western Conference on paper. So yes, you gotta put LeBron on Christmas, obviously, and this Luka on Christmas too. So you got to put this team in. By this time, the Lakers should be probably high in the West. The Rockets should be high in the West. The Lakers are actually favored by 2 points against the Rockets. They're actually favored.
Yeah, of course. I want Bron to win. I ain't gonna lie. I want Bron to win.
And speaking of that, Spurs and Thunder, the Thunder are favored by 10 points against the Spurs.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
They're favored by 10.
Man.
I don't know who else was they would go put on there. Who else did you want them to replace? Yeah, not the Thunder, but with the Spurs on Christmas. This is Christmas now.
Oh, versus the Spurs didn't even have to play. They could have did OKC and Denver. They didn't. I mean, of course they're gonna put Wemby on Christmas because people are gonna want to see Wemby. But I don't know, bro. I just don't like that matchup. I don't think it's a really good matchup. Well, you could have did. I would have rather Spurs and T-Wolves. That's not really that good either.
Well, I mean, the last game is Timberwolves versus Nuggets, and you know they have good matchups all the time.
Well, yeah, that's a good one because of the history. The
Yes,
history that they got.
this is probably the best game. This might be the best game because we
Or
know
that or that Lakers and Houston one.
No, I agree, but we've seen this. We've seen them go at it in the playoffs multiple
Yeah,
times,
multiple times. Yeah.
back to like game 7s, game 6s. Like we've seen it, so we know we're most likely going to get a good matchup from this. With the Rockets and Lakers, I do think it's a really good matchup. We just don't know because we've never seen these two teams face. Now, seeing this again, what other team versus the Thunder on Christmas would you have put on there? I'm trying. What other team is like? You could have put the Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers. You could have did the Clippers.
Man, is that sexy? Is Wemby or the Clippers? Which one is more sexier?
Man, you got Kawhi, James Harden. Like, come on, them big names.
Not bigger than Wemby right now.
I would have wanted to see OKC in Denver. I think that would have been a good one too. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I like it more than the Denver and T Wolves. But the only reason why they got the Denver and T was because of their history. But I like it better than that.
No, I like that.
Yeah, damn near the only other we could do OKC and the Clippers for real. Yeah, that's the only other one I would like to see. Dude, the Clippers don't got a game on Christmas, do they?
The who?
The Clippers. They don't got a game on Christmas, do they? Yeah.
No, they don't.
You could have did that one. OKC and the Clippers.
Man, that ain't sexy, man. And then it's like, what if Kawhi hurt? Knock on wood. Now you could say, what if Wemby hurt? But we know what Kawhi history. So then you don't have Kawhi Leonard, and it's like, wow, we get this. Let's say San Antonio and OKC are both top 3 seeds in the West. Do you think the matchup would be more exciting to you? That's Charles.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's what, like I said earlier. It all depends on how the San Antonio Spurs look. If they look good by Christmas, then yes, I would like to match up a little bit more. But if they don't look good, like I said, the record doesn't matter, but how you playing does. If they play doesn't look good, or if they play doesn't look like they're gonna be good this year, no, I wouldn't even want to watch that game on Christmas.
He gonna watch it, y'all. He love.
I mean, of course. Yeah, of course I'm gonna watch it because I love the NBA.
Now, if they getting dubbed at half, he might take a nap. he might take a nap. He might take a nap.
They got a quarter and a half to show me something.
A quarter and a half.
A quarter and a half. So the first quarter and half of the second. If it ain't no good game by then, I'm turning that shit off. Unless I get an update saying that it's a tie game or something in the third or fourth quarter, then I'll turn it back on. But other than that,
here he go. But let's move on. Let's start with one hard-hitting question for every Eastern Conference team. Let's start in order. I like to start. I like to start this one. So we'll start in order from the standings because it makes it easier for me at least. Let's start with the Cavs. My question for the Cavs is the bench good enough to take them farther in the playoffs? That's my question. Because last year the bench was okay, but we saw that it was. Could you say that was their downfall? Probably, but this year they got better bench players. Charles talks about it all the time. They got Lonzo Ball. You got Larry Nance Jr. DeAndre Hunter probably comes off the bench. Can those additions take the Cavs to the promised land and help them win a championship? Now we know the 4 guys are the key. We know that, but can the bench? Can they be the ones can set the tone and help them get to the promised land? So my question is the bench good enough to take the Cavs far?
My hard-hitting question for them is, should we blow it up? You guys failed expectations last year. Donovan Mitchell hasn't been past the second round. And so if it's another early playoff exit, should we blow it up? Because obviously it's not working. Or should we trade Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell? Because Donovan Mitchell has a player option in 27, 28. So does he decline it? Does he accept it? Yeah. So if these guys have another early playoff exit, should we blow it up?
Would you blow it up? If they lose and say the second round again, hypothetically.
No, I wouldn't, only because that team is still a good team. And and making it to the finals and winning a championship, luck has to do with it. Last year they had a good chance at making the finals, but those guys got injured. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, they missed time during that Pacers series. And if they were fully healthy, who knows how that series would have went. It probably would have been better. They probably would have won. But no, me personally, I wouldn't blow it up. But that's my question for them. If they have another early round exit, should you blow it up? Should we blow it up?
That's actually a good question. Hypothetically, if they do lose the second round, would I blow it up? I think about it because I feel like
Or
at
would
that
you
point,
just trade one of the two, Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell? Because Evan Mobley and Jared Allen has to stay.
well, I would keep Mobley, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm keeping, if anything, I would keep Mobley and Donovan. But like you said, Donovan Mitchell has a player option. So technically, he'll have 1 year left, right?
Mm-hmm.
After next year, he'll have 1
Mm-hmm.
year. So he have 1 year, then the player option, right?
Yeah, because this upcoming season is 25, 20. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They have
So
1
he'll
year.
have
Yeah.
1 year, then the player option. I mean, you can get back the most, obviously, for Donovan Mitchell. Mobley, I'm not trading. I'm not giving him away. Jared Allen, you definitely think about it. And Darius Garland, can Darius Garland be that? Can he be that? Can Darius Garland be my point guard that can get me to the championship or farther in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know. But that is actually a very good question. I like that question. The Celtics. My question for the Celtics is, what's the goal this year? What are you trying to do? Are y'all going to be like a bad team, or are you guys going to try and be good enough? Because you guys do have your own first round pick. And if you guys aren't really that good, I think you guys should just probably tank probably later in the year. If it gets bad, if you think we ain't going to go nowhere and say like hypothetically March or something, I think you should tank. But if you guys are decent, just be decent. But what's the goal for y'all? And then the added on question, can they retool around the superstars when Jason Tatum comes back? Can they make the moves? Because we just saw they lost all the other guys. Can they retool around Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown once Jason Tatum comes back? So that's my question. What's the goal this year for the Boston Celtics?
My question is, should we trade Jaylen Brown? Because between the two, they're combined for over 100 million. And you guys just got below the apron. And these guys' salaries is only going to keep increasing. And like you said, how are you going to retool around them? Because you guys barely have any money. And so they're obviously going to keep Jason Tatum. So, should you break up the duo? Should you trade Jaylen Brown?
Would you?
Low key, yeah. For money purposes, yeah. Me personally, I don't want to break them up because I think those two together are really good. But bro, they making over 100 mil just them two combined. So next time they up for a contract extension, what you gonna pay both of them again? Because their money is only gonna get higher and higher and higher. And then now you got two players making damn near 30-40% of your team's salary.
And
So
I would. Oh my bad. I was just gonna say, and also like they're under the salary cap now. They're under it now. Well, the
yeah.
second apron stuff because they traded Porzingis and all them. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, again, when it comes to like the retooling, like what players are you going to get? Because depending on hypothetically a player, like hypothetically, let's just say Trae Young. Hypothetically, they get Trae Young. You sign Trae Young to 50-some mil. That adds on to that. So then y'all basically back up to where y'all started, or you get say some good players at like a decent salary. So like hypothetically, Laurie Marketing, he ain't making that much, so he could fit under your salary cap, and y'all still be decent, be able to have both of them still. So I like that. Do you trade Jaylen Brown? I wouldn't do it because I seen what we won a championship with these two, so I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do it. Oh, let me go first. Oh wait, let me go later. My bad. I also think the loss of Tyrone will be present. That could be though, because I get what he's saying. Because I would say right now, at least, I don't know. You might not. I don't think you agree with it. Tyrone, at least right now, is better than Lonzo. I think he is a better player than Lonzo scoring wise. Now, is he the shooter as Lonzo? Probably not. But I do think Ty Jerome, at least right now, is a better player than Lonzo Ball, and they probably will miss that. But
I
Lonzo
don't
brings
know,
that
dude.
defense and stuff in the passing to an extent. So I get what he's saying on that.
I disagree. I think Lonzo's better because we seen in the playoffs what Ty Jerome did. He had a good game or two, but his playmaking wasn't there, and he was a defensive liability. That's one of the reasons why he got pulled off the court. And with Lonzo is not a defensive liability, and he's a good playmaker. And that's what they missed in that playoffs because when Darius Garland got hurt, we would have thought Ty Jerome would have got more minutes, but he didn't. So I mean, I think me personally, I think Lonzo's the better all around player. I'll take Lonzo over Ty Jerome. I don't think they really lost anything. Yeah, Lonzo isn't the scorer Ty Jerome is, but he does everything else better. And then now if Darius Garland goes back down, you don't have to rely on Donovan Mitchell running point because Donovan Mitchell was tired as hell during that series because he had to have the ball in his hands so much. Now you got Lonzo if Darius Garland goes down again. And now Donovan Mitchell doesn't have to do as much as far as playmaking wise because now we have Lonzo, so he can conserve his energy, and then Lonzo can guard the best opposing player guard.
No, I honestly, if we get like healthy Lonzo versus healthy, obviously Ty Jerome, I would probably take Lonzo. But Lonzo, we seen it obviously, like we seen him come back, but I don't know. I really don't know now. Can we get Lonzo when he plays 30 plus minutes or at least 25 minutes next year with the Cavs? I don't know. That's why I just said right now, I think Ty Jerome is a better player than him right now. Now, could Lonzo be better than him the end of the year? Yes, of course. But I just think right now, as we speak on August 14th, I would take Ty Jerome right now, at least, as the better player. I'd rather tank and see what JB can be as the primary option. I see a Klay Thompson or Steph type player.
Now, remember we were talking like, I think this was like, I want to say like 3-4 pods ago, when we found out Jaylen Brown had surgery.
Yeah,
we was like, they should low key tank, bro. Go get you a lottery pick. You can either flip that lottery pick or you can keep it. So,
if they get a
I
lottery
want to
pick,
see
they
them
probably
tank.
keep it.
I
I
want to
would
see them.
keep it.
I'd rather see them tank, bro. I'd rather this be a throwaway year. They tank, get a decent player in the draft. Like I said, they either keep it or trade it and move on from there.
Did you see that they said earlier that they're going to start paying Pritchard and have Simons come off the bench as like just scoring option off the bench?
No, I did not. Why would they do that?
Don't ask me, brother.
You
If
supposed to have your best players out on the court at all times.
maybe
Don't get me
they
wrong, Peyton Pritchard is good, but to start, I mean, yeah, he's been there and he knows the system, so probably that's why. But I'll start Anthony over him.
let me see if I can find it real quick. And then Black Ron said he said they own their first round pick. That's what I'm saying. So like I wouldn't trade it. If that pick is high, I'm keeping it. Why not? So it says, hold on, before we go to the next team, the Boston Celtics are expected to start Peyton Pritchard and have Anthony Simons come out the bench. The Boston Celtics appear poised to elevate Peyton Pritchard to the starting line while using Anthony Simons as a high scoring option off the bench for the season if he remains on the rosters. Source informed the FastBreakJournal.com the Celtics believe Peyton Pritchard has earned the starting job through years of steady development. His familiarity with the system and readiness to handle expanded responsibilities have made him the preferred option to open games at point guard.
Yeah.
You did just say that.
Yeah, I did just that's really what it was.
Basically, just said it. He knows the system and he's been there a long time. Like he does deserve. And I'm because it's like Anthony Simons is probably a better player, but it's like when it's just like bucket for bucket. Anthony Simons is like you could get potentially 20 points off the bench, but you getting 20 points with Peyton Pritchard too off the bench. So it's like it really doesn't matter, I guess. But Peyton Pritchard probably deserves to start. He been hooping. He been hooping for that. He won 6 man a year last year. So and then, like you said, they own their first round pick. Next team, the Knicks. My question is, can Mikal Bridges have a bounce back year? You got paid. Let's see if you can be that third option. Because Charles was talking about paying Mikal Bridges to deserve that money. So can he show us he could potentially be the legit third option. No one asked you to be next Mikal Bridges, but I do want to see if you can have a bounce back year like you was at least with Brooklyn. Because if you have a bounce back year, this team could go to the championship. So I want to see what Mikal Bridges does next year, especially in the new system with Mike Brown. He actually probably be better with Mike Brown's system. So can Mikal Bridges have a bounce back year? That's my question.
My question for the Knicks is: can Brunson be our best player? I think Brunson is a really good player. I don't know if he can lead your team to a championship though. I think he could be your second best player. I think they have two number twos on their team with him and Cat. But can Brunson be our best player? Can he be our true number one guy?
You think Jalen Brunson number 2?
Yeah. I don't think he's a number one. I think he's a really good number 2.
Oh wow, that's actually shocking. Even though he's done a lot for the Knicks as the number 1 option, that's very shocking.
He
I
didn't
would
get him
say
there. They was supposed to beat the Pacers. He could, if he was a true number 1, he would have got them past them Pacers, bro. I'm not saying the Pacers are trash. Like, I don't want people to think that I think the Pacers were trash last
you
year. They
definitely
weren't
thought they were
trash.
trash. You definitely
They
thought
were
they
a
were trash.
good. They were a good
You had the
team. I
Bucks
just
beating
thought
them. You
that.
thought they were
I
trash.
just thought that the Knicks were better. I thought that the Knicks were a better team than them. I thought the Cavs were a better team than them.
You thought the
The
Bucks were a
Bucks,
better
the
team than
Bucks.
them.
I believed in Giannis. I believed in Giannis and Dame. I didn't expect Dame to get hurt.
I'm not even going into that again. But like I said, my question is, can Mikal just have a bounce back year under Mike Brown? I want to see what Mike Brown does. And De'Aaron Fox technically had an all-star year with Mike Brown. So can Brunson elevate under Mike Brown? We gotta wait and see. So that's my question for the Knicks. The Pacers. My question for the Pacers. Will you guys tank or be competitive? And what is your center replacement? Because we're looking at the center now. Your center is James Wiseman, Isaiah Jackson, and Jay Huff. That ain't good. Now, could Jay Huff be surprising? Who knows? But what are y'all gonna do? Are y'all gonna try and find a center throughout the season and trade for one? Hypothetically, let's just say Nikola Vucevic. Are you gonna guys trade for a better center? Because the center rotation is not good, and it is by committee too. It's not like Jay Huff gonna be out there probably playing 35 minutes. It's probably gonna be by committee. So, can you guys find a center replacement? And are you guys gonna tank or be competitive? You guys lost your 2 best players. So this might be a year where you guys can take it away. I think they have their first round pick this year. So tank, get a high pick to go when Tyrese comes back with Pascal Siakam. And then you guys the next year will be a really good team and could potentially get back to the NBA Finals. You never know. So will the Pacers tank or be competitive? And what is their center replacement?
My question for them is: do we trade for a superstar? Or because Tyrese is hurt, Miles is gone. And when Tyrese gets back, it's just him and Pascal. They have a lot of good pieces on their team, a lot of trade pieces on their team as well, as far as Aaron Naismith, Nembhard, Ben Mathurin. So can we go and trade and get that third place? For instance, do they trade and go get Joel Embiid? I don't think Philly is going to let Joel Embiid just walk like that. But say that, for instance, they go and trade for Joel Embiid, Tyrese, and Siakam. That's a nasty big 3. I like that big 3. The only thing is, can Joel stay healthy? Yeah. So my question for them is, do we trade for a superstar?
I dare the Pacers offer me Jay Huff and some regular weak players for Joel.
They're probably are Wiseman, because they're gonna have to get a big back in return. Mathurin for sure, but you already got VJ there.
And I got Maxey and Jeremy. I don't want them. Why would I want James Wiseman?
Only reason why I said Embiid, because I know Philly wants to
I get it.
From Embiid.
I get it. I'm just thinking like James Wiseman. What am I supposed to do with that?
Granted, James Wiseman ain't really had an opportunity for real. This is gonna be his first year with a legit opportunity.
I hope he
because he went to the Pistons. He went to the Pistons. Didn't have Jalen Duran was in front of him. He's not starting over him. The Warriors, we already know what Steve Kerr was on with him. So this is a legit shot to show what he's made of.
Hey, Now that I think about it, Monty Williams was really on some BS. He was playing both of them at the same time, Durant and Wild. He was on some
Yeah.
BS. Hey,
That's
Monty,
when Wild, I mean, Durant was trying to shoot threes and shit. Like, nah, dog.
hey, he was crazy. Monty Williams a funny guy, man. Hey, he
Hey, he's
stole the
still getting paid though.
yeah,
He's still
he's still
he's
getting the
still getting
bag, bro.
paid.
He's still getting that bag, man. Hey, Monty was a crazy dude, bro. He funny, bro. Hey, I would go. What I'm going back to the NBA for, man? If y'all giving me all that bread to do nothing,
Hey, would you trade for Embiid though if you're the Pacers? Because the
would
Sixers
I?
want to get on from him.
I mean, would I? Probably, but it's like y'all ain't gonna get the biggest. Y'all ain't gonna get no great offer from me. Because I guarantee, if you're Philly, you want at least close to the maximum value of Joel Embiid.
Oh, they gonna get him hella picks. They gonna give him hella picks for him. Because that's one of the only ways they gonna get them from him. Because the
But
Philly
then
don't want
if
draft
I'm
capital.
if I'm the Pacers and I give you hypothetically 3, 4 first round picks, I'm basically tying my future picks to you to Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. So you taking a chance on that. I don't know who wants Joel Embiid when he gets hurt and damn near making 50 plus million a year. Who wants that? Because I think if he would, I think they would get rid of him. I think they would if they could. They just can't, man. My next team, the Milwaukee Bucks. My question is, what's a good season for the Bucks? What's a good season for you guys? Because again, Giannis is probably going to stay. You guys have to try to keep him. So what's a good season for y'all? Like, do you guys have to be like 20 games over 500? Do you guys just have to be mid for the rest of the year for Giannis to stay? What is a good season for you guys to keep Giannis out of the Kubo? Because again, when you look at that roster, and Bobby Porter said, how come we
Boo
can't win in the East? Brothers, do you not look at your team? I get it. You got to think that
boo
way.
boo
That team ain't good. So,
boo boo.
what's a good season for the Milwaukee Bucks? That's my question.
I feel like a good season for them would be a 6 seed and competitive in that first round. That's a good season for them.
I think that's exceeding expectations. I think that's exceeding
Uh,
expectations.
my question for the Bucks: is it time for a rebuild? Because with reports, Giannis don't want to be there, even though he's saying that he wants to be in Milwaukee his whole career. I feel like Giannis wants to win, and if that means leaving Milwaukee, I believe he will do that. So you don't want it to be one of those things where you're too late on it. I'm the type of guy where I'd rather be a year early than a year late. So is it time for you to rebuild? Is it time for you to trade Giannis and get some trade pieces back and get some draft capital back and rebuild your team? Because he already did what he was supposed to. He brought a chip to the team. He brought a chip to the city. So he did what he was supposed to already. So is it time for a rebuild?
Who we rebuilding with though?
That's
They
why you
did have
trade him and get
AJ
all that draft
Johnson.
capital.
They did have AJ Johnson, but they let him go for Kuzma. I'm just saying. I'm just
That's
saying,
why.
man.
That's why you trade him and get that draft capital back, and you're gonna have to go draft somebody.
Because man, look, man, yo rebuilding P parts, man. Woo! Andre Jackson. That ain't a good rebuilding piece, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ryan Rollins. My young core ain't looking nice, man, for
That's
me.
not looking good. The best young player they got on that team is probably Kevin Porter.
You consider him still a young player?
How old is he? Like 25?
Kevin Porter. Damn, where's his name? Oh, he is 25. He's 25.
Youngish.
Is he like okay, like you said, we rebuild hypothetically. You would put him as like your core of the
No,
rebuilding?
no, he's just no. They don't have a core. That's why you gotta trade Giannis so you can get some draft because they gonna be bad.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
They trade Giannis, you gonna be bad. So you gonna be in a
If they
lottery
was in
every
the
year
West,
for
where
like the
would they
next
be at?
bottom. With Giannis or without Giannis?
With Giannis? If they were in
Oh,
the
with
West,
Giannis,
where would
they
they be?
oof. In the West, they'll probably be ugh,
I'm not giving them
ugh.
playing.
Nah, they not even playing. They not even playing. They
I
probably
think
like the
people.
13th, maybe 12th best team in the West.
I think people just have the Bucks like kind of like a 60, like you've been saying, just because of Giannis. Like he's so great, he can will
Mhm.
us to the 6 seed. Is he gonna win? Hell no.
No,
But
no.
he can will us at least. The next team, the Detroit Pistons. My question is, can they take advantage of the East? They were a good team last year. That was Charles. That's Charles' favorite team, y'all. You might
Yeah,
not say it, but that's his favorite team, man.
that's one. Yeah, it's one of
But
my
they
favorite teams.
now that is your favorite team.
Now
No, I'm just
this
playing.
I could say I'm a fan of the Pistons in general. I'm a fan of the
That's your
Pistons.
favorite team. It's your favorite team right now, man. That's your favorite team. But nah, it's all jokes. But the East is weaker. The Pistons had a chance. Charles picked the Pistons last year to beat the Knicks, and the Pistons are probably either better or at least in the same. Can they take advantage and potentially say go to an Eastern Conference Finals while they are a good team? And then another question is, what will it take for them to take the next jump? What's it gonna take? Like, can the jump of Jaden Ivey be the next step for them to get past, say, the first round this year, or maybe get to the conference finals? Who knows? But what is the next step for them to? What is the next? What is it gonna take for the Pistons to take the next jump? And can they take advantage of the East? That's my question for the Pistons.
Well, the answer to that second part, I think Asur. I think it depends on Asur.
Ooh,
If Asur was more of a scoring threat, and that Knicks series, I think it would have been. I think the Pistons probably would have pulled it out because not only do you have Cade as a scoring threat, well, Jaden Ivey wasn't there too, but now you have Asur, Tobias, Cade. Like it's a lot of guys that you got to try to stop now because the Knicks had that hard time just with Cade and Tobias. So if Asur would have gave them something offensively or more offensively, it probably would have been they probably would have pulled that series out.
hmm.
My question for the Pistons is same as yours, almost. How far can Cade take us? Can Cade lead us to an Eastern Conference Finals? Can Cade lead us to the second round? Cade had a breakout year last year. I think Cade's a really good player. But I still feel like he has to show us he can be our number one guy and lead us to the promised land. So how far can Cade take us?
You know what's crazy with the Pistons? They won the 2 games on the road, but couldn't win none of the 3 games at
Home.
home. And if they could have just won at least a game at home, it would have been different because they showed that we beat y'all twice at y'all crib in Madison Square Garden. They showed us.
Mhm.
They just couldn't win on the road, bro. They did get cheated out the. And what was that, game 4 when Tim Hardaway hit the three and he
In the
got
corner?
fouled and they didn't call it?
Yeah,
Yep,
in
and
the
they didn't
corner.
call it.
Yep.
He got fouled.
Hmm.
They would have won. If they would have called that, they would have won. They would have won that game, and I think it would have been tied. It would have been tied 2-2. It would have been tied because they went down 3-1, and then they won game 5 and lost game 6. All the games were good. I
Coast.
think besides
Yeah,
game
all of them.
one, every game
All of
was
them.
good. Every
Hmm.
game was good. And Charles would have been up here, man. He would have been
Boy,
jumping up
I would
there.
have been popping it, boy. Oh my God.
Because I picked the Knicks. I picked the Knicks to
Boy, I
win.
would have
That was
bought a
a very
Cade. I would have bought a Cade jersey that next day or that
What would you
same day.
rank out of the first round? Where would you rank that series? Like just in that first round. That was probably top 3. Could
I
argue
was
it.
well, me being biased, I feel like it was the best series in that first round.
Because in the East, it was like Celtics, Magic. Celtics beat them. Cavs and
Mm.
Heat. They beat the Cavs the Cavs beat the beat the Heat by damn near like 40 points every game. Bucks and the Pacers. Pacers beat them 4-1. Rockets Warriors was decent. Timberwolves beat them. The Timberwolves beat the Lakers 4-1. Honestly, and the Nuggets and
That
Clippers,
that
that was a
clip,
game
yeah, that
7.
yeah, that was a good one. The
Then
Nuggets and
Thunder,
Clippers
they
was a good one.
swept the Grizzlies. Honestly, no, that's probably top 3. Like first round series, that's probably top 3. You could argue it. That was a really good series.
Yeah, I put that probably
Probably
two.
top 3.
That Nuggets and Clippers. I feel like that Nuggets and Clippers series is probably a little bit better than that one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
probably go Nuggets,
But
Clippers, them, and then Rockets and Warriors.
Warriors. I think he will continue to excel. I think the question is, can Ivy ascend and help elevate his game offensively?
Yeah, that's me personally. I was saying trade Jaden Ivey. I don't really think they need him, bro. I don't think they need him at all, because he needs the ball in his hands, and his off-ball skills isn't really that good. He's not really that good of a shooter. That's why his off-ball skills aren't that good. But he's a great cutter. His shooting. We have to see his shot. If his shot is better next year, then I'll say keep him. But I say trade Jaden Ivey, bro.
Are you starting him
Yeah,
going into the year? You starting him?
yeah.
Because there's no Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway was starting. Malik Beasley is, what he's going through. So it's either like Jaden Ivey, Duncan Robinson. I think Karis LeVert stays on the bench because you need that
Yeah, for
bench
sure.
scorer. So it would be like Jaden Ivey or Duncan Robinson you start. Or
I'm
you
not starting Duncan. I ain't
he brings
starting
the
Duncan,
shooting
bro.
though. No, he is
I
a
said,
no matter what you think of Duncan, he's still probably one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Like, I mean,
nah, for sure.
we can't
For
hold
sure.
that against him. Like, so maybe I wouldn't be shocked if they started Duncan. I wouldn't be shocked, bro, because he brings that shooting. Because I think last year you was talking about like, man, you just need that shooting around K. He's one of the best shooters in the league. So why not
I just
start
wish
him?
I wish they could have kept Beasley, bro. Oh, I wish they could have kept Beasley.
Well, apparently, I think you said something about like they probably keep him. They said that they have one roster spot left, and they're probably keeping it for him, depending on what goes on with his situation, his gambling thing. So they have one roster spot open because they signed Javonte Green, and that was like the 14th roster spot.
Okay.
So they got one spot open, and they said they probably keep it open for him. Whenever that, I don't know how long that's gonna take though. But the next team, the Orlando Magic. My question is, will the improved shooting take you guys far in the playoffs? That's my question. Can Desmond Bain shooting? Can Jalen Suggs shooting? And can maybe an improved Paulo shooting and Franz shooting? Can that guys take you to the probably the Eastern Conference Final? Because the Magic, they made the Desmond Bain trade, and a lot of people, especially me, I think they could damn near go to the Eastern Conference Finals at least, or at least fight second round. But can this shooting? That's been their Achilles heel, the shooting. That was one of their downfalls. Can the shooting take these guys far in the playoffs? We got to wait and see, but that is my question for the Orlando Magic.
My question for them is it time to trade or break up our duo between France and Paulo? Because they both damn near play the same. They both like to take the same amount of shots, and Fran's shot isn't really, like you said, we need improved shooting, and Fran's shot really isn't that good. And so it's like I feel like sometimes they low key get in the way of each other. Because since Franz isn't a really good 3-point shooter, it's like he has to take the same shots as Paulo. Sometimes they both get in the way of each other on offense. So is it time to break that duo up?
Ooh, to answer that
Low key,
question,
I think if they trade Franz, they can get something good back, and I think their team will be even a little bit better.
who we getting better than a Franz Wagner?
You gotta go get a big. Whatever
Damn.
big that is, you gotta go get a big because Wendell is not it, my guy. That boy is not it.
How would you think if Nikola Vucevic was on that team? Just replace
Oh, if
Wendell
he went
Carter.
back, if he
Yeah,
went back,
hypothetically.
um,
How would they be?
I mean, well, the Magic defense is already good, so even if Vucevic was back on there, I don't think their defense would dip. But I like it because he's a better shooter than Wendell. He's a better rebounder than Wendell. He's a better scorer than Wendell.
He's just a
Um,
better player.
yeah.
Just a better player.
So I
Just a
like
better
it. I would
player.
like it. I would like it.
I wouldn't break it up because again, I remember I said this months ago. I said this Magic team reminds me of the Celtics when the Jays, they were talking about breaking them up early on. They wasn't winning, it wasn't working to some people. They got in each other's way. They play the same style. That next thing you know, they win a championship. I think they are still young. What Franz is in year 5 and Paulo's in
Yeah.
year 4. they're still young. Like, let's wait and see. Like, the Magic just got good. They just got good like 2 years ago. They just got good. So they're still young. Let's wait and see, man. Like, we can't blow it up already. We can't, well, at least break them two up. We can't do it already. Because if that was the case, they would have been broke up Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum a long time ago. But they chose to stay with it. Look what happened. They won a championship. Could the Magic do the same thing? I don't know. But let's wait and see. But that is a good question. Could they them up? Next thing, the Miami Heat. Will Bam's offense grow? And do the Heat actually have a consistent third option? I say that because every year you thought it was Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins was kind of inconsistent with them. Terry Rozier was supposed to be that guy. He been bad. So now with Norman Powell, you trade with Norman Powell. Is he your consistent third option for the Miami Heat? Because we know that the Heat's offense has been bad. Defense has always been good. It's just always been their offense. So now, besides Tyler Hero, besides Bam, do they have a consistent third option? And will Bam's offense grow? We talked about it last summer when he was in Olympics, hitting the three-point shot. He actually kind of declined a little bit. I mean, he only averaged 18 points this year. And I feel like he could give me more than that. I think he could give me close to probably 25.
Like, I was going to say around 23. Yeah, I was going to say around 23.
No, that's good. That's a good number, 23, 25 points. So will Bam offense grow this year? I want to see if he will take the next step because I'm waiting on it. He's had it like, I think 22, 23, he averaged 20 points at least. Then he go to 19, then 18. So he's been going down. So I want to see if Bam offense grow this coming up year. And do the Heat finally have a consistent third option?
My question for the Heat, do we need new management? And do we need to rebuild? Because you guys have been mid for a long time. You guys have not gotten any superstars, any stars. You built through the draft and you hit on Bam and Tyler Hero. But that's not enough. That's not enough at all. So do we need new management? Because Pat Riley has not done anything for the Heat in the last couple of years. And you got Heat fans and delusional fans like Daniel who consistently believe in Pat Riley. And Pat Riley has not shown you guys anything for the last, 7 years? Probably a little bit more than that. So, yeah. Is it time for new management?
Man, it's been time for new management for the longest, bro. And Pat Riley, he don't want to rebuild. The man already old. He ain't trying to go through no rebuilding process. You know how it is. Sometimes, depending on the team, it might take like 3 years, 4 years. He don't want to go through that. He probably just cool with staying mid and just being fine with that. But don't be out here giving false hope like you could go get these players, then you never
and don't go get them either.
Like, you guys are literally like 0 for like 10 on like stars. Like, I remember I dropped that list like months ago. Like, they missed out on a lot of stars. And I get it. I understand you ain't trying to, give up, say, a lot of players for just this one player. I get that. But at the same time, if you think that one player is the missing piece, go after him. Go after it. So just don't give false hope that, hey, we in the hunt for Kevin Durant, knowing damn well y'all not. We in the hunt for Dave, but y'all really not. Donovan Mitchell, y'all not. Like, stop doing that. That's why I don't believe in Pat, bro. At this point, Pat just got to show me. He just got to show me. Like, until I see Shams Charania breaking news, Miami Heat trade, like, I got to see it for myself. So,
Here come Daniel. I'm just waiting on Daniel to pop in the chat now.
He ain't gonna pop in the chat. He's scared. The next team, the Atlanta Hawks. My question is, who else can create for them? Because once Trae Young comes off the court, they really don't have another creator for them. Like, I guess you like a person that can handle the ball. Maybe Nikhil and I would say Dyson to an extent, but who else will create for the Atlanta Hawks once Trae Young is off the court? And they technically don't even have a backup point guard, really. So I don't.
Buffin. Kobe Buffin.
Is he gonna play? That's my thing. Is he gonna play? He hasn't really played. So
no, he hasn't.
So that's my thing. So Can somebody who is going to be the other creator for the Atlanta Hawks? Because, man, the Hawks is Trae Young. He creates everything for them. So, who is going to create for Atlanta Hawks? That's my question.
We talked about it a little bit earlier when we first started the pod. But my question for them is, can Trae lead us to a championship? You know, like you said earlier, the Hawks didn't give him a contract extension because it's showing us they don't really believe in him. Can, like you said, can he lead us to a championship? Can he lead our team to the promised land? So that's my question for the Hawks. Can Trae actually lead y'all to a championship? Can Trae be our best player on a championship team?
Honestly, though, if you look at it, is Jalen Johnson probably the second best creator?
No, I'll probably say Dyson.
That's still not the
Yeah,
best.
I'll probably say Dyson.
That's why I'm like, they need another creator. Like, if they had Lonzo Ball, man, that would have been decent. But yeah, they just need somebody else that create when Trae Young's off the court, bro. Because if Trae Young, if he off the court and y'all don't have nobody that create for y'all, y'all screwed. The next team, the Chicago Bulls. I wouldn't be shocked if we have the same exact question. Will the Bulls go into a fully tanked season? Will they finally tank this year and commit to the rebuild? We talk about this I feel like we talk about this damn near like every other pod. Will the Bulls tank, bro? Because the Bulls are not a good team. Yes, you're most likely going to get Josh Giddey back, but you have to trade Vucevic, go into a full rebuild with Montes, Josh Giddey, probably trade Kobe White. It's finally time you guys just say, hey, we're not a good team. We're not trying to fight for a player. Let's try to get a high draft pick and let's just fully tank, man. It's okay. It's okay to tank, bro. I know people be crying, talking about, man, why are y'all taking, man? Y'all should no, it's okay if you guys just tank the season away, get a high pick, and then the city will love you. So, will the Bulls commit to a fully tanked season? That's my question.
My question for them, what the hell are we fighting for? Like you said, we need to fucking rebuild. We've been needing a rebuild for the last 3, 4, 5 years, dog. We ain't been nothing. What are we fighting for? Why are you keeping this team together? There's no point. You didn't trade DeMar. You didn't trade Lonzo. You didn't trade Alex Caruso. You didn't trade it damn near everybody. So why are we still trying to be competitive? This team isn't going nowhere. What are we fighting for? You need to fight for a first round draft. You need to fight for a first overall pick. That's what you need to fight for. Because you trying to fight for the play-in every single year, that ain't doing nothing for the city. Nothing at all, bro. So what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for?
They want the fans to get that extra game. That playing game. They want the fans to get that extra game.
No, they want that extra game so they can get more money out of us. That's what it is. Dog, tank. Tank so you can get that first overall pick or a top 3 pick, draft a good player next year, and keep it moving, dog.
Oh, man.
It pisses me off every single time we talk about them, bro.
I mean, they're probably gonna be a bad team. All right, so if they don't trade Vucevic, how are you gonna feel if they don't trade him this year?
Bro, I'm not gonna watch. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not gonna watch no Bulls game this year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not watching no Bulls game.
Yeah, you'll probably watch. You'll watch it.
Yeah, if they playing a team that I want to see play, or if I got a bet on somebody, yeah, I'm gonna watch them. But for my own leisure, I am not watching them boys.
Oh, you're not like, hey, the Bulls are on. Gotta watch the Bulls.
No. If I got a parlay and I need Montez to get some boards or some points, yeah, I'll watch it then.
The next team, the Toronto Raptors. My question is, are you guys going to be a good team or a bad team? Because you guys are paying a lot of people. Everybody in that starting 5 is getting paid a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So are you guys actually going to be a good team this year? Are you going to probably be a bad team that a lot of people think of? Like Brandon Ingram getting paid a lot of money, Scotty, max deal, RJ getting paid a decent amount. You paid Quickly $35 million a year. Jakob just got paid a decent bag. Are you guys actually going to be a good team? Because this starting 5 is very expensive to probably be bad. So are you guys going to actually be a good team or a bad team? That's my question for the Toronto Raptors.
My question for the Raptors: Who is our alpha? You
That's
got
good.
Brandon Ingram now. You got Brandon Ingram now. You got RJ and you got Scotty. All three want to be an alpha of a team. So who's gonna be our number one? Who's gonna who's gonna be that number one, and who else is gonna fall in line to be that two and that three? Me personally, I think Scotty should be their alpha, but Scotty's not the scorer that Brandon Ingram is. But who? Yeah, that's my question for them. Who's gonna be our alpha?
A lot of people do think Brandon Ingram is going to be like the guy now. I do see a lot of people like when they talk about the Raptors, it's probably going to be Brandon Ingram because they probably think he is just the better player than Scotty. And like you said, it's just not the scorer as him and the shooter, just not that. And Brandon Ingram could pass in to an extent, maybe create, but a lot of people do have Brandon Ingram as like the guy now. That's with him on the team. It'll be very interesting to see who would you draft in fantasy.
Um, me personally, I'll draft Scotty because Scotty does more. I wouldn't. Like I said, bro, I would say Scotty is the alpha because what I seen Luke Dort do to Brandon Ingram, I seen Brandon Ingram fold when the pressure got tight, his asshole got tight. Okay, motherfucker, Scotty Barnes, that boy is a dog. He ain't scared of nobody. He gonna go at. I don't think Luke Dort is a great defensive player. I don't think he would have let Luke Dort lock him up, bro. He would have went at Luke Dort. Brandon Ingram was passive, so it's like mm, I can't really see it.
They got
I
swept by
don't
the
think
Thunder
Brandon
that
Ingram.
year.
Yeah,
They
they
got swept
did.
by the Thunder that year.
They did.
Zion didn't play. He didn't play that
I
year.
don't think Brandon Ingram got that dog in him.
Oh wow. I think Brandon Ingram's gonna be a good player though. I'll draft
Yeah,
him.
for sure.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it was like both on the board though. Whew. I don't know because Scotty last year was pretty decent, but it's like, will his fantasy points go down because Brandon Ingram's there now? I don't know.
I think his scoring will go down, but I think everything else will go up. His rebounding, his assist. Because if we being honest, Scotty is low key they point forward. He's low key they point guard.
Yeah,
Low key.
not for real though. That's facts. That's facts. Next team, the Brooklyn Nets. My question is, who's the focal point of the offense? Because you
Mm.
got Michael Porter. I do expect Cam Thompson to be back, maybe not with a brand new contract, but I do expect Cam Thomas to be back. You got two shot chuckers. Then you got all these rookies. Who is the focal point? Who is going to be that focal point of the offense going forward? I know the Nets are probably going to be bad, but is it going to be Michael Porter? Is it going to be Cam Thomas? Or is it going to be any of these rookies like Igor Denham? Like, who's going to be the focal point of the Brooklyn Nets? It's going to be very interesting to see how they are. They're going to be a very bad team, but that is my question for the Brooklyn Nets. Who is the focal point of the Brooklyn Nets offense?
My question for the Brooklyn Nets is what direction are we going in? Because I don't really think Igor Denham is gonna be that good. Don't get me wrong, I hope he proves me wrong, but as of what I've seen in college and in the summer league, I don't think he should be, your focal point of a rebuild. So what direction are we going? And the other guys, they're question marks. So what direction are we going, and how do we even become relevant again? You got Michael Porter. That's depending on Michael Porter coming out was supposed to be a first round pick. I mean, a first overall pick, but his back got hurt. He hurt his back. And he doesn't give you anything defensively. Cam Thomas doesn't give you anything defensively. Like, what are we doing here? How do we become relevant, and what direction are we going in? Because it seems like they just like the Kings. They just collecting players, and
See,
whoever
but
hit, they hit.
the Nets are like they're supposed to be bad, so it's like I expect them to do stuff like this. The Kings, it's like the Kings, it's like they want to be good, but it's like, man, we really can't. So let's just take this. Let's just take this. That's what they're doing. Like they're just all over the place. Honestly, though, I do want to like. I don't know how that's gonna work with Cam Thomas and Michael Porter. Like I don't like. They're both shot chuckers.
Yeah.
They're both shot chuckers. So I really do want to say I do think Michael Porter is better than Cam Thomas, though. I do believe that. And how to get better, they got to wait till next year. They got to hope, they pray they get AJ. They got to
If
pray.
they get AJ, they move in the right direction now.
And if they don't get AJ, Do they have to get AJ? Do
Yes,
they
they have
have?
to.
So if they get anybody
Well,
else,
well, it depends on how the Boozer twin plays when, at Duke next year.
what's the other dude?
I think it's
Peterson.
Cam. I'll it start with a D. I can't think of his name right now. Yeah, I know you're talking. I think he's going to. Is he going to Kansas? Is he going to Kansas? I think he's going to Kansas.
So I'm asking, like, so if they get any one of them, they're not moving in the right direction.
Yeah, if
They
they don't
have
get
to
one
get
of them, then
AJ.
yeah, they have
They
to
have
get
to get.
those top three. They have to get
Okay,
those
they
top
have
three.
to get them. So they don't have to get AJ. They just gotta get one of them. Okay, I do. Is it
Hold on, let me
Derek?
look up his name. I'm looking up his name right now. Darren Peterson.
Darren
Yeah, he's with
Peterson.
Kansas. Yeah, he's with Kansas. Yep, he's with Kansas. If they got to get one of them three though. They have to get one of those three.
Is Cameron Boozer? That's the better one, right?
Cam Boozer. That's the better one. Yeah.
What's the other one? Caleb or something? What's the other Boozer name?
Caden.
Caden Boozer. What's the difference? Like, what makes the
One
other one better?
one is 6'4" and the other is 6'9".
Oh wow.
250.
Okay,
He's
I
6'9",
didn't know that.
250.
So Cameron 6'9".
Yeah.
So that's just okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's 5 inch difference. So it does make a difference. It's like they both play with each other forever. So it's like which one makes him just a better player overall? Like that's all I was asking. Man, height make a big difference, man, in the world.
There you do.
Next team, we got 3 teams left, 76ers. My question is, how long can we depend on Joel Embiid's health? How long? Because at this point, bro, it's looking very blink that he probably will just never be healthy again. It's looking like that. So how long as the 76 organization can we really depend on this guy to save our franchise? The process is most likely over. Paul George is whatever. Tyrese Maxey, VJ, Jared. We got some good guards for the future, but Joel Embiid is the key. But we can't keep depending on him all the time because he stays hurt. So that's my question. How long can we depend on the help of Joel Embiid?
My question is almost the same as yours. Do we still trust the process? Because every year we can't even get more than 40 games out of Joel Embiid. We can't even get half a season out of Joel Embiid. So are you guys still going to trust the process and try to move on with Joel Embiid, or is it time to blow this up and focus on our young guys?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. As long as Joel Embiid's still there, the process is still going on.
Man, the process is over with, dog. That shit failed.
Hey man, as long as Joel Embiid there, like I said, process still going on. But let's move on to the Hornets. My question is, will the Hornets actually be a serious team, and can they actually get a healthy year out of LaMelo Ball? Because I mean, when LaMelo Ball has been healthy, they have gone to the play-in. Like they have gone to the play-in when he is healthy. When he's not healthy, they've been a terrible team and been in the lottery every year. So I just want to see if LaMelo can actually stay healthy this year and not hurt his ankle, because it's usually the same injury. It's always an ankle injury. So I hope he can stay healthy this year. Maybe even the other guys, Brandon Miller, can he stay healthy? He's been hurt his first 2 years in the NBA. Can we get a healthy year from them? Like, can we just get a healthy year from those two guys, and will they be a serious team? Because I feel like I've always said, I feel like they're not a serious team. Like you talked about it, I think earlier, like just months ago, like, they was moving in the right direction with their offseason moves and stuff, but then they signed Spencer Dinwiddie. It's like, why are you doing that? That's just why. Like, so are you going to be a serious franchise? That's my question for the Hornets.
My question for the Hornets is it time to move on from LaMelo Ball? Like you said, LaMelo has not been healthy, and when he has, they've just made the play-in. So it reminds me of the Steph Curry early years in Golden State when he kept injuring his ankle, and they were debating on trading him. So that's my question for them: is it time to move on from LaMelo? Because if we being honest, he looking like Joel Embiid. He can't play more than half a season either. So is it time to move on from LaMelo? I wouldn't, but is it time to move on from LaMelo?
They was gonna trade like Steph Curry for like Andrew Bogut at that time. And they probably like, thank God we didn't do that.
Yeah,
and they still got Andrew Bogut at the end of the day, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I wouldn't move on from LaMelo because I think at this point, like you just need somebody for the Hornets. Like you need that star attraction, and he brings
Yeah,
it easily. Like
yeah.
you just need him, bro. No matter like the injuries and stuff. And he's a good player when he plays. His shot selection might be terrible, but he's still a good player. So I wouldn't move on from him, at least not yet. I'll say this though. If he gets hurt again, knock on wood, I'd think about it. Because at this point, bro, this is every year. Like this is every year now. It's the same injury. Ankle injury, bro. You change shoes, you put on ankle braces, and you still getting hurt with an ankle. So yes, never, man. I don't know if I'll draft him in
It's
fantasy,
been
man.
and
Depending on the
it's
spot.
been 5 years too. He been in the league for 5 years, and every year you've been hurt.
Every year, bro. I don't, man. Depending on fantasy, man. I don't know where you could draft him, man. He's a
He
good
had
player.
one good year, and that was his sophomore year, bro. He played 75 games.
Damn, that's a lot, man.
Last year he played 47. Okay,
That ain't a lot.
but
That ain't.
he played 51 his rookie year. So he's at least played half a season 3 times out of his 5 years. And
That's
even then,
that's
he didn't play that many games, bro.
that's kind of sad. Last team, the Washington Wizards. My question is, who is the guy? You got a lot of young guys on that team, man. You got Sar, Bub, Keyshawn George, even AJ Johnson to us. Trae Johnson on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the guy? Who's going to be the guy for the Washington Wizards? And will the vets make a difference? Will CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton, will those veteran guys make a difference on the Wizards? But I do want to see who is the guy. I do want you to answer that too. Who is the guy for the Wizards?
That's crazy because I had the same question. Well, kind of
Oh,
the
you
same
did?
question. Yeah, mine was, can Alex Sarr be our best player?
Okay.
Uh, so yeah,
It's kind of sad.
who's the guy?
Who's the guy?
Right now, I don't think they have one. I don't really know who that guy is either. To be honest with you, I think they're trying to figure that out right now. Because like you said, they have a lot of good guys. So it's who's going to separate themselves and be the alpha in that locker room. I think CJ and Chris Middleton and those guys are going to help them. They're going to teach them how to be real pros. They're going to teach them how to actually go about playing the game of basketball. In the NBA. But like you said, who is that guy? I don't even know who that guy is because can Alex Sarr be your best player? Can Trae Johnson be your best player? Can AJ be your best player? Can Bob, Keyshawn, like they all have talent, but do we see those guys as number ones?
Can
I
Cam be
don't.
your best player?
Oh yeah, or Cam. Okay, Cam be your best player. I don't see none of those guys as a number one,
They
a
got a
guy that
lot of
can lead
young
me to
guys. They got
that
a
lead me
lot.
to a championship. I think they gonna have them fight for it, bro. I think they got all of them together to see who's gonna be that one that comes out the pack as the alpha.
What do you think? Yeah, we're done. But what do you think of AJ Johnson now? With all like, I feel like he got to fight now
No,
for
yeah, he
his like a
does.
spot. I feel like he got to
He
fight.
does. He does
You was high on
because
him too. You was saying he was gonna be really like. I think at that time he was like he should be a starting point guard going into next year. But then
mm-hmm.
they get Trae Johnson, so it's like, who
And
knows?
then they
And
got
then Trae,
CJ.
yeah. So it's like, I feel like he got to fight now for minutes.
Yeah, because he's a very he has fast, he's very quick, fast twitch muscles. He's athletic as hell. He can get to the rim at ease. His shot needs a little bit of work. He can play make. He's flashy. He has everything that you look for. Um, but yeah, like you said, he's gonna have to fight for minutes, dog. Because Trey's definitely gonna get ticked. He was there. He was their high draft pick. CJ, CJ is gonna get ticked. Chris Mills is gonna get ticked. Keyshawn, Bob, all those guys. And then they still got Will Riley from Illinois. So they got a lot of guys, bro. A lot of guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. All right, let's move on. We're gonna grade every offseason team. This is our final grade, and we gave our winners and losers months ago, but this time we're gonna give every grade. So we're combining draft picks with the offseason moves from free agency, signings, and trades. So let's start in order. Let's start with the Cleveland Cavaliers. What is your grade for the Cavaliers offseason?
I gave him a B plus. Getting Lonzo and Larry Nance, I thought that was a good addition to your team. It helps you guys in the playoffs, like we talked about a little bit earlier. Lonzo could be their secondary playmaker just in case if Darius Garland goes down. And then you have a backup big in Larry Lance because they really didn't have any backup bigs last year. You had Thompson and Dean Wade. That's not it. Larry Nance, he makes that front court a little bit better as far as backups. So yeah, I give him a B plus.
I gave them a B. I gave the Cavs a B. I thought they did make, some good moves. Like you said, Lonzo replacing Ty Jerome, probably a better shooter, a better passer, and a better defender than Ty Jerome. You did get a backup in Larry Nance. I thought that was a good move. And you still got your core players that's been there all along with Mobley, Allen, Garland, and Mitchell. Like, even though I don't think they drafted anybody really like that's going to be an impact player right away, I still think they had a decent offseason for them, and they're still intact. They still got the core intact. So overall, I give them a B. I thought the Cavs did a good enough job this year to get a B. The next team, the Boston Celtics. What's your grade for the Boston Celtics?
Well, I gave them a C. You got Anthony Simons, and you got your first round draft pick for next year. But other than that, you guys didn't really do anything. You signed Chris Boucher, but that doesn't move me. So I gave him a C just for getting Anthony.
I gave them a D minus. I thought they ain't done nothing, bro. Yeah, you do get Anthony Simons and I guess Chris Boucher. But like you said, Chris Boucher don't move me. Getting Luka Garza doesn't move me at all. Like your center position is bad. Like it's very bad, bro. Like, and then they still got Kata and Xavier. And Xavier telling me, like, come on, man. I don't think they draft. They did trade for R.J. Lewis for George Niang. Who knows how that's gonna be? I don't know. But the Celtics, they really didn't do anything that like impressed me enough to be like, oh, they deserve a B or at least a C like you gave them, man. I gave them a straight D minus. I was hesitating on giving them an F, but I was like, man, y'all ain't really do nothing. I think y'all get a D minus, bro. So Celtics D minus. Next team, the New York Knicks. What's your grade for them?
My grade for the New York Knicks is a B plus. I think getting Clarkson, Yabusele, and then the addition of Mike Brown, who's actually going to play as bench guys. I think that was good for the Knicks. I think the Knicks needed they needed one more piece, and I would have gave them a A. I think they needed like another wing to back up Middleton and not Middleton, Mikal and OG. I think they needed one more wing, and I would have gave them an A, but I gave them a B plus.
I gave the Knicks, I gave them a C because Mike Brown, I am adding him in there. I don't know what he's going to be with the Knicks, so that's an unknown. Jordan Clarkson is a good pickup. Instant offense off the bench. Yabusele is a decent pickup. But could those moves be needle movers? I don't know. It depends. They're not like I would like if they would have got hypothetically say Anthony Simons or Jordan Clarkson, that probably would have moved me way more. But Jordan Clarkson out Yabusele, they're unknowns to an extent. But I thought they did decent. Like they did decent, but it's like I don't know. So I just gave the Knicks a C. Like, it's decent, but not really. The Indiana Pacers. What's your grade for them?
A D. I gave them a D. You re-signed Isaiah Jackson and James Wiseman, but you let Miles Turner walk. I honestly want to give them an F, but I gave them a D because they got I believe in James Wiseman. I think James Wiseman is going to be good next year. We were kind of high on him when he came out. And we believe in this talent. But yeah, you let Miles Turner walk, so that instantly brought them down to a D, bro.
I gave them a D minus. Your replacement for Miles Turner is basically going to be Isaiah Jackson, James Wiseman, and Jay Huff. That is you guys. That is your replacement for center. Tyrese isn't there, but just the center position is it's just not the best. And I don't think really they made any like legit free agent moves off the top of my head. I don't know who they drafted. I really don't know. I would have to look that up. But I don't think they made a lot of good moves to at least be probably competitive in the East. So I gave them a D minus, man. The Pistons, not the Pistons, the Pacers, they are a D minus. The Milwaukee Bucks, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a C. You sign Cole Anthony, you re-sign all your guys, and then you go get Miles Turner. I really just gave them a C because they went and got Miles Turner.
So they didn't get Miles. You would have gave them like a F or like a D
What a
minus or
D?
something?
Oh yeah, like a D minus. Yeah. I would gave him like a D minus.
Bruh, hold on. Okay, the Pacers made one pick, unless I see that they traded. They had a pick in the second round. I don't think they made another move. That's it. Okay, forget that. I gave the Bucks a C minus, and only because they did sign people. Like I give them credit. Those aren't good signings, like resigning Torian Prince, KPJ, Gary Trent. They did sign Cole Anthony. You did get Miles Turner, and they resigned everybody. Jericho Sims. I only give them a C because they did sign people. Like that is literally the only reason. Those aren't the greatest, but it's like this all we can do for you, Giannis. So just for be like, hey, we out there. It's like it's better than what the Warriors have done. They're at least signing some players, so that's why I gave them a C minus. The Detroit Pistons. What's your grade for them?
On the grade for the Detroit Pistons is a B plus. I think getting Duncan Robinson and Karis LeVert. I think you guys upgraded your bench. And then it's only going to help you guys build off the success that you had last year.
I gave them a B minus. I do like B minus, B plus, same thing, whatever. B. I gave them B because, like you said, you did get Duncan Robinson for Fontecchio. You did get Karis LeVert. Those are two good pickups. Now losing Tim Hardaway, Malik Beasley, whatever you think of them, whatever. But they did lose them. I thought they made two good moves this summer. They did sign Javante Green, whatever you think of him. So the Pistons, they made some good moves and potentially probably got better. Or some people probably think they stayed the same. They really didn't like improve. They didn't get worse, but they really didn't get way better. But I thought they made some good moves. So I give the Pistons a B minus, man. They did a decent job, in my opinion. The Orlando Magic, what's your grade for them?
B plus. Getting Tyrus Jones, Desmond Bain, and then drafting Jace Richardson. You guys got a lot of shooting and scoring that you guys desperately needed. And then you guys got another point guard, just in case Jalen Suggs gets hurt, that can come in and run that offense and get Desmond Bain, Paulo, Franz, and them in the right positions and involved. So yeah, I gave them a B plus.
I gave them an A. I thought the Desmond Bain trade was really good. Like you said, they signed Titus Jones, drafted Jace Richardson. I just talked about it, like 20 minutes ago, the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And they did what they were supposed to do, get the shooting. That was their need. They just needed more offense on that team to go to the next step. The defense was already great. You just need offense, and that's what they did. They traded and signed for and drafted more offensive players. So I gave them an A. I thought the Magic did really good this summer. I thought they did really good.
Hey, did you know that Tyrus Jones shot 41% from three last year?
I
And he's
didn't
a
know
career average.
41, but I thought
Yeah,
he
and
shot pretty high. I know
yeah, he shot
41.
41%, and he's a career average 38% from three. So
That's what I'm talking about, man. You need that shooting, man. The Miami Heat, what's your grade for them?
C. I gave them a C. They got Norman Powell. They drafted Jacunes from Illinois. They got Fontecchio, and they re-signed Davion Mitchell. They didn't really do anything that moved the needle, even though they got Norman Powell. I don't think that really moves the needle for the Heat. So I just gave them a C.
I gave them a C plus. Like you said, they drafted a backup point guard, which they probably needed. Like you said, re-signed Davion Mitchell, who was really good for them last year when he got to the Heat. You traded for Norman Powell, who was probably going to be their third best player, third scoring option on the team. So I like the moves they did were decent. Are they a championship team? No,
No.
but they're a decent team. They're gonna be fighting. We always talk about the Heat be fighting all the time. So I think they made decent moves to get themselves a C plus. Not no B though, in my opinion, but a C plus. The Atlanta Hawks. What's your grade for them?
For the Atlanta Hawks, I gave them an A. I think getting Porzingis, Nikhil, Luke Kennard, and drafting Noel. I think they did a really good this offseason. They upgraded their bench. They got some more shooting around Trae. And they got Porzingis, who can help spread the floor, and I feel like unlock that the Atlanta Hawks offense even more.
I gave them A. I thought the moves they made were good, and it could potentially help them get to the championship or conference finals. At least, like you said, Porzingis, he still is an unknown because he does get hurt. But Porzingis, when he is healthy, is a very good player. Nikhil was a good part in the Timberwolves going to the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. I like the moves that they have made. Like these are impactful moves for the Atlanta Hawks and to help Trae Young potentially win a championship. So I like what they have done. I think they do deserve an A with the Orlando Magic and all them. So the Atlanta Hawks get an A from me. The Toronto Raptors, actually, no, my bad. The Chicago Bulls. What's your grade for them?
F.
Oh wow,
F. You sign Yuki. I can't Yuki. I can't pronounce bro last name. The Asian guy from Memphis. You signed him.
Oh,
You re-signed Trey Jones, and you got Isaiah Coro. And then you drafted what's that rookie name?
Noel?
Nah, not that. He was with the Hawks.
I thought it was Noah Singay. Is that it?
Yeah, Noah is single or something like that. Like, dog, what are we doing? Like, yeah, you got him with the 12th pick, but he's literally the same as Montez. They both play the same position, dog. So I gave him an F, bro. I gave him an F.
I gave him a D.
If anything, a D.
I gave him a D. I gave the Bulls a D because you did trade for Isaiah Coro. You signed back Trae Jones. You did trap. Noah Singay is probably a project, but he could become something. Who knows? But they did something. They have done something. So I gave the Bulls a D. I give them a D. They done something. The Toronto Raptors, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a D too. They re-signed Polo. That was good for them because they needed a big. But you draft Murray Bowles. He's the same as Scotty, RJ, Brandon Ingram. Like, where is he gonna find Tick? You literally where is he gonna find Tick at? You know what I mean? So
why did they do that? I still don't get why they did that.
I don't either.
I don't know.
They should have drafted Malawatch, in my opinion.
They should have. I gave them a D too. Because all they really did was re-sign Hurdle, like you said, and then drafted Murray Boyles. Like, that's all they did. They didn't really do anything. So it's like, you guys don't get an F, but you guys definitely get a D because you just did something. Like, it's like when you get a test, you barely pass. Like, you just pass enough. So they get a D from me. The Brooklyn Nets, what's your grade for them?
Brooklyn Nets, they got a D too. You signed Michael Porter Jr. and then you drafted a bunch of rookies. And none of those rookies, I don't even believe in none of those rookies, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna say all of them are gonna be bust, but I don't think they're gonna be. You drafted Killian Hayes 2.0, and then you drafted Igor Denham, he can't shoot. Ben Saraf, who knows what he is. Danny Wolf was good at Michigan, but he really didn't do anything in the summer league. So it's like,
Killian Hayes said he declined an offer from overseas to still be in the NBA.
He's tweaking. He's tweaking. I would have took that bag and went overseas, dog.
He want to still get that NBA job, man.
He cannot.
Oh wow. For the Nets, I gave them a D- because they drafted 5 rookies and they traded for Michael Porter. They still got to re-sign Cam Johnson. Cam Thomas. He talking about he want to get something close to 40, brother. You ain't not getting that.
Whoa. If Kuminga can't even get 30, what makes you think you can get 40?
He said he think he in that range with like Quickly and like who was that other dude they said? Because Quickly got 35. It was another guy, and I think he said RJ. He said he wants something like in that realm. No, you ain't getting that, brother. The Raptors, bro. The only reason they did Quickly because they traded for him. That is literally the only reason they gave him the bag because they had to. Because it looks like you giving up on OG, and then you let Quickly go, you get nothing back for him. So that's the only reason why they did it with Quickly. But like I said, the Nets they get a D- because you drafted 5 rookies and you traded for Michael Porter Jr. That's it. You guys are still going to be a bad team, but they did something. So you get a D minus. Philadelphia 76ers, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a C, and that's legit because they drafted VJ. Legit all because of VJ. And then you let Yabusele walk. I think they should have kept Yabusele. I think he was a good piece for that team. I think he was a like a glue guy, a good off the bench guy for that team, an enforcer for that team. I thought they should have kept him, but I gave them a C.
I gave them a C plus, and basically the same thing as you. You drafted VJ and you got the third pick overall, and you probably got an impact player right away. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody else they still got the same team from last year. Like everybody just picked up
Legit.
their player option. Like
Well,
it's
Quentin
literally the same.
Grimes. Yeah, they ain't
Yeah,
signed him back yet.
he probably gonna get. If Quentin Grimes ain't getting 40, what you think you gonna get, Cam? What are we doing? But I think he probably takes a qualifying offer. So they probably just bring back the same team and you just add VJ on that. Like it's the same team. So you get a C plus just for getting basically a lottery pick. So that's my grade for the Sixers. The Charlotte Hornets, what's your grade for them?
It would have been higher. I would have gave them like a B plus if they would have got them when they got them a big. But I gave them a C plus. You got Colin Sexton. I like that pickup. You got Con Knipple. I like that. You got Liam McNeely. I like that. You got Mason Plumlee. I'm not too high on that. You re-signed Trey Mann. And then you pick up Spencer Dinwiddie. I think the Spencer Dinwiddie thing was a locker room presence thing, to have a vet in that locker room to try to teach those guys how to be professional, to actually take basketball serious and stop being a bunch of YNs and be professional basketball players. So yeah, that's why I think they signed Spencer Dinwiddie, but I gave him a C plus.
You had a little crash out on the Spencer Dinwiddie sign.
Yeah, bro. That
you had a little crash out. I give the Hornets a B plus. I thought they drafted really well. You did trade for Colin Sexton. Now I do agree the big is questionable, but Mason Plumlee, I feel like he be on the Hornets all the time. He's always on the Hornets, bro. Like, am I tripping? Is he always on the Hornets? I feel like this is like his third time on the Hornets.
He killed when he was on the Hornets, though. He had that good year when he was on the Hornets.
I would have to look that up.
He was bringing a ball up the court in transition. He was dropping dimes. You don't remember that?
I want to know what year that was. I want to know what year that was.
That was.
But then they got Ryan Kongsberger.
2021. That was 2021.
4 years ago. That was a long time ago. That was like LaMelo's. What was that? LaMelo's second year in the league?
2021, 2022 when he was on that team.
Nah. You need to stop hating on Ryan Kongsberger, bro. If I'm saying his name right, the dude from Creighton, bro. Stop sleeping on him, bro. He could be decent.
The only thing I don't know what they gonna do, bro. They got a lot of guards, bro. You got Trey Mann, you got Spencer, you got Colin. Then you just drafted Con Knipple. Then you got LaMelo, Brandon Miller. Like, bro, that's 6 guards right there.
Yeah, they
got how you gonna find tick for? How you gonna find tick for all of them?
They got Pat Colin Sexton got to play too.
Pat Collinson, that's another guard. So
hey, they still got Grant Williams on this team. I forgot about him. I forgot about Grant Williams, low key. And they still got Nick Smith Jr. Man, I forgot about him too.
Yeah, that's 7 guards, bro. Well, it's 7, 8 guards, bro. Your whole team is full of guards.
Man, Ryan Kongsberger will be decent. Watch. But yeah, I give him B plus. I thought they drafted well, and they re-signed like Trey Mann, traded for Colin Sexton. I thought those were good moves. So I give them a B plus. I thought they did decent. The Washington Wizards. What's your grade for them?
C plus. I think getting Cam Whitmore, that was good for them. Getting CJ, locker room presence that can help those guys become professionals. I thought that was good for them. And then drafting Trey Johnson, thought that was really good for them as well.
I gave them a C plus too. Drafted Trey Johnson, trade for Cam Whitmore. You traded for CJ McCollum to replace Jordan Poole, just a locker room presence who still is he's gonna start. He's gonna get legit minutes. You can argue probably their best player on that team. You could argue that. I think like I said, I think the Wizards are going to be better than what people think. They're still going to be a weak team, but I think they will be just better. I think they could get probably 20-some wins this year. So
they're not going to be a free W coupon for sure. They definitely going to fight every game.
I wouldn't be shocked. They're still free W coupon. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked they still free W Cooper, but I do think they will be better. So I gave them a C plus. Now we're going to the West, the OKC Thunder. What's your grade for them?
I gave them a B plus. You resigned your core to running back for the next couple of years, and then you drafted Thomas Sober. I think he's going to be Isaiah Hartenstein's replacement, and I think that's a decent replacement. And I think he's going to be a good player in this league. So I gave him a B plus.
I gave them a C because I felt like they really all they did was just resign their players. That's really all they did, and like they did draft Thomas Sober, and technically, Topic is technically like a free agent in their eyes, even though he was there obviously, but he never played. So technically, he's their free agent acquisition. So, but they really didn't do anything. I don't think they did nothing that got them worse or nothing better. They're the same. They're still the same great team. So I just gave them a C. You're in the middle. The Houston Rockets. What's their grade for them?
I gave them an A plus, bro. You got KD. You went and got Clint. You went and got Dory Finney-Smith. You re-signed Jabari, Jeff Green, Fred, Aaron Holiday, and Steven Adams. Yeah, I gave them an A plus. They have an all-around good team. They have a very deep team. So I gave them an A plus.
And they probably do deserve an A plus, but I did give them an A. Basically the same thing you said. Signed Dory Smith from the Lakers. Obviously traded for Kevin Durant. That gives you an A just off rip just from him. Like you said, re-signed Steven Adams. They re-signed everybody. Signed back Fred VanVleet. Like you said, re-sign Jabari Smith. Like you said, they got a real good team, and this is the championship contender right here. So I gave the Rockets an A, man. They did a fantastic job this offseason. A fantastic job. So the Rockets deserve an A from me. The Los Angeles Lakers, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a B plus. You got Marcus Smart. You went and got a big DeAndre Ayton, and you re-signed Luka. The most important thing. So I gave them a B plus.
I gave them a B plus because of Jake LaRavia. No, though. You did resign Luka. That was the biggest priority. You got a big in DeAndre Ayton. You did resign Jackson Hayes as your backup big. You signed Marcus Smart. I think the Lakers did good enough. I don't think, like, obviously not Luka, but I don't think they made like this major move to get them an A from me at least. But they did make some real good moves to definitely get them a B plus. So I gave the Lakers a B plus. They had definitely had a real good offseason. The Nuggets, what's your offseason grade for them?
A plus. You got Cam Johnson. I've been begging for them to get Bruce Brown back. They got Bruce Brown back. Then you went and got Tim Hardaway, and you got Jonas Valanciunas. Hey, that's damn near. That's a championship team right there. They can damn near win a chip next year. So I went and gave them an A plus.
This is honestly my only A plus on this list. The Nuggets, they deserve an A plus. Like, you fortified your bench with Jonas, like you said. Bruce Brown, you say that all the time, man. They need to go get him. You traded for Cam Johnson. They have everything now. They solidified their bench. That's what they've been missing. If they would have had this bench last year, they would have beaten OKC. They probably could have beaten OKC. So what if? But it's definitely a what if. But they made some real good moves this offseason, bro. That definitely deserves an A plus from me, man. Like, they was already like a contender to, yes, they could go win the championship next year. So the Nuggets, A plus from me. Los Angeles Clippers, what's your grade for them?
I gave them an A. You went and got Bill. You went and got CP, Brooke Lopez, John Collins. You re-signed Batum. And I like that big man that they drafted from Penn State. I think he's going to be really good for them in the future. But the only thing is, only reason why I didn't give them an A plus, low key, all them guys are old. They all old. So it's like health is going to be a big thing for them.
I gave them A minus. I thought they definitely made some great moves. Getting Bradley Beal, signing Chris Paul. They did sign back Nicholas Batum. They made a lot of good moves this offseason that definitely deserves an A. But I think like the Bradley Beal was probably the biggest move because you just need another like legit scorer. If Kawhi gets hurt or James Harden, knock on wood, you just need another legit scorer off the bench. So they definitely get an A minus from me. Like the Clippers, They are definitely a good team. They got, like we said last week or 2 weeks ago, man. They like 11 deep on this team, so they made a lot of good moves that deserve an A minus. The Minnesota Timberwolves. What's your grade for them?
I'll get them a C. He re-signed Julius Randle. Yeah, I know you couldn't re-sign Nikhil because you had to re-sign Nas. But I just gave him a C because they re-signed Julius and Nas. They really didn't get anybody in the draft. So
I thought they got that big man.
yeah, from France, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't think he can make a decent impact? Maybe not right away, but you don't think he can do something?
No, I ain't gonna lie, no. And then they got Rashard. Oh no, he got traded to Phoenix, so never mind.
I gave them a C minus because they did resign Julius and Nas. Those are your definitely out of the three, those were the two best players out of Nas, Julius, and Nikhil. And Nikhil is definitely a loss. But they still got a good team, but just resigning those two guys back gets you a C minus. Like, I don't think it's like a B plus A, but just maybe in their eyes it's probably A because they was able to keep those two guys. But I just feel
And you
like,
just went to the conference finals with them,
yeah,
so.
but I think it's a C minus because they didn't lose anything technically, but they didn't really gain nothing. It's technically the same team as last year, so I give them a C minus. I already know this. The Golden State Warriors. What's your grade for them?
F, motherfucking F. I'm always they do nothing. They did jack squat. They get an F, dog.
They get an F. This is my only F. That's all I'm gonna say. This is my only F.
Yeah,
they haven't done anything.
Well,
They're
I
the
gave
only
the
team
Bulls
that
an
ain't
F.
done. Yeah, you did give the Bulls F. I didn't give the Bulls F. I gave them a D. But this is my only F, bro. They haven't done anything. They haven't signed like Al Horford. They've been talking about. They said they're supposed to resign DeAnthony Melton, sign back Gary Payton. They haven't done it. They haven't done anything. I know Steph Curry looking down like, you know that Steph Curry face when he on the bench. That's exactly what he like, bro. What are we doing, bro? Like, they just haven't done anything. So yes, they deserve a straight up F. I know we both got them F. I know we had them F. The Warriors ain't done nothing, bro. They the only team that hasn't made a signing. Literally, they're the only team that ain't made a signing. So Warriors are F. The Memphis Grizzlies. What's your grade for them?
I gave them a D. You went and signed KCP and Ty Jerome. KCP had a down year, a crazy down year. And then Ty Jerome, I'm not really that high on Ty Jerome. He had a good year last year. He could score the ball, but that's not gonna really help your team. So yeah, I gave him a D.
I gave him a D. They, like you said, they signed Ty Jerome. They re-signed Sati Odama. They did trade for KCP. Hope maybe he has a bounce back year. And then they drafted was it Nick Clifford? Or no, was it Nick Clifford that they drafted?
Hang Hassan.
No, that was the Blazers.
He got traded to the Blazers. He got traded there, yeah.
And they traded whoever the Blazers drafted, they traded to the Grizzlies. And they said like he's gonna be probably like impactful for them. I forgot.
Cedric Coward.
Cedric Coward. They drafted Cedric Coward
from Washington State.
They say he's basically Desmond Bain. Is he?
I mean, he got hurt early last year, so he was playing really well last year before he got hurt. So
yeah, they did. They just got a D because they did something. Like that's really all it was. They did something. The Sacramento Kings. What's your grade for them?
A D. You went and got Dennis Schroeder. You got Sark, Dario Sark. You drafted Nikhil Clifford, and what's the dude name? Raymond or whatever from Stanford.
I know what you're talking about. Raymond. Where is his name? I saw it. Maximin Raynon.
Raynon, yeah, from Stanford. Yeah, so they went and got him. I gave them a D though.
I gave them a D.
Francisco, my boy.
Francisco, nobody taking your spot, brother. I gave them a D, bro. They, like I said, Kings all over the place. You did sign Dennis Schroeder. They thinking about Kuminga. I think they got Nick Clifford. I think the Kings
Yeah,
drafted Nick
they got
Clifford.
Nick. Yeah,
They
they got him.
drafted Nick Clifford. I don't know what they're doing. They did something. They traded for they signed Dennis Schroeder. That's why you get a D. So that's what it takes. The Dallas Mavericks. What's your grade for them?
I'm gonna give them a B. They re-signed my boy Kyrie. They got Gafford back. You went and got D'Lo. You went in. You signed Ryan Nembhard to a 2-way contract. I think Ryan Nembhard is gonna be good for them. He's gonna be a good player in this league. And then you draft Cooper Flag.
You think Ryan Nembhard gets some legit minutes?
Low key, yeah. Low key, yeah. I mean, because other than D'Lo, what other point guards they got on their team? I don't even think Brandon Williams.
Yeah. They resigned Dante Exum back.
Yeah, resigned Dante. So yeah, Dante probably get those backup minutes. So he probably won't touch the floor, honestly. Because if Brandon Williams is still there, Brandon Williams gonna get ticked
there. I think he is still there. I think.
Yeah, he gonna get ticked before Ryan. But I like Ryan though. I like him. I like
decent.
him a lot.
He was decent in summer league. I give him credit. I gave him A. Mostly because you was able to get the first pick. It got Cooper Flag. You can't mess that up. You signed D'Lo. They signed. Oh, they did re-sign Daniel Gafford. They did re-sign Kyrie Irving at a discount technically. So they did. I thought they did a really good job, like for what they was able to do. Like they still got a competitive team, and just basically Cooper Flag gets you an A because like you got the first pick. So I give the Mavericks an A. Let's read this. The Warriors have a GM serious question. It's Mike Dunleavy.
No, they don't.
Mike Dunleavy. That dude 3 months sleeping. Nothing. I don't know what Mike.
They need to go back and get Bob Myers, dog. I think Bob Myers left at the perfect time, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Left at the perfect. He knew what was happening, bro. He knew it was gonna be some BS, and he didn't want to be stuck there. And he didn't want to be the one that say, "Clay, you ain't coming back, brother." He didn't want to be that.
I don't blame him, dog. I do not blame him.
He didn't want to be that guy because they sure let Clay let go. They let him slip. But we got 5 more teams. The Phoenix Suns. What's your grade for them?
I gave them a B+. I think once you got rid of KD and you went and got Jalen, and now you got Mark Williams and Dylan Brooks, you drafted Malawatch. I thought they did a good job of retooling after KD left.
I gave them a B+ too. I mean, I could argue they could probably get A. I could argue it, but I gave them a B+. Like you said, you did KD. You traded KD for Jalen Green. Jalen Green, we got to see how he is, but you did get Jalen Green. You traded for Mark Williams. You drafted Malawatch, and you got Dylan Brooks back in trade. They got Rashad Fleming. They drafted him and Kobe Bryant. Decent. They did. I thought the Suns did a really good job this past summer of retooling. You could argue they deserve an A, but I'm gonna stay with a B+ like Charles. Suns did really good, man. Like I was actually shocked they were did this good. I'm shocked. I thought they was gonna be.
Like, I thought they was gonna be bad.
Yeah,
I thought they was gonna be bad.
I think they're still gonna be like a bad team, but I think they're better than what I expected now with these moves. I think they're gonna be better. So Suns get a B+. Portland Trailblazers. What grade do you give them?
I gave them a C. You went and got Dame back. You got Drew, and then you drafted Hassan, the Asian Jokic. Hey. So I gave them a C.
Hey, he might be.
Hey, he can pass. He can pass. I'll give him that.
Is he gonna get minutes though? Because they still got all them.
I think Robert Williams is gone, dog. I think he's gone.
You got Klingon, you got Robert Williams, you got Hassan, and I think they got one more center. I don't know who it is off the top of my head. I mean, Robert Williams still there because Klingon started. Klingon started.
That's why they got rid of whatchamacallit.
DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, they got rid of him. But I give him a C too. I thought drafted Hassan. If he turns out to be Asian Jokic, they moving in the right direction. And you did resign Dame, even though he ain't gonna play this year. It's still a good move for the future. I thought they did a really decent job for what they had to do. So I give the and they traded for Drew Holiday. I don't think you said him. I don't think you said
Yeah, I
Drew
said
Holiday.
Drew.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
said
didn't hear
Drew.
it. My bad. That's my bad. Yeah, and got Drew Holiday. So I thought they did. I thought the Blazers did pretty decent. Hey man, what
What
you think
center
Caleb
do
Love
they?
gonna do?
Caleb, look, hey, he played. The other center he was talking about was Raf or something like that.
Yeah, he is on here. I'm looking at him.
Yeah. I think Caleb Love could be decent. I'm not gonna lie, but they got a lot of guards on their team too, because you got Scoot, Drew, Dane, Shaden. Where are they gonna find a tick for him?
Think he go? You think he get some minutes this
Mm-mm.
year? Not
I
this
don't
year.
think he sniffed the floor.
He
Yeah,
could
I
be in the
don't think
G
he
League
stepped on.
majority of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get the Blazers. See, I thought they did. I thought they made some good moves. San Antonio Spurs. What grade do you give them?
I gave them a B. You got Kelly Olynyk. I thought that was good. You could put him next to Wemby, and you can literally run a 5-out offense, have all shooters on the court. You got Dylan Harper. You got
Carter
Carter Bryant. Yep, and you re-signed De'Aaron Fox. I really like the Carter Bryant move. I really think he's gonna be a good piece for them, a key piece for them in the future. I think he's low key Jeremy Shohan's replacement. But yeah, I give him a B.
You forgot about Luke Cornett. They got him too.
Yeah, Luke Cornett. Yeah, they went and got him too. Some
I gave
backup
them a B
big.
plus. I gave them a B plus. I thought they made some real good moves in the draft and in all season. You got some bigs to back up Wemby, or if you want, they could play next to Wemby, like you said, 5-out offense. You got Dylan Harper in the draft with the second pick. You got Carter Bryant, who's a defensive minutes. Like they made some good moves, and like you said, they re-signed De'Aaron Fox, the key piece, the second best player on that team. So they made some really good moves, man. They not deserve an A, but they definitely deserve a B plus, man. They made some real good moves. New Orleans Pelicans, what's your grade for them?
I gave them a C plus. I was hesitating between that and a B. Because you got Poole, you got Sneak Bay, you drafted Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears. I like that. But the only reason why I didn't give them a B, because it's like what is this roster really gonna look like? How is this roster? Is this roster really gonna be that competitive? So
I gave the Pelicans a C minus because you did trade for Jordan Poole because of CJ McCollum, but then you drafted Jeremiah Fears and then you drafted Derek Queen. And they did sign Kevon Looney. So you do got some big man, even though you probably didn't need no big man, but they still did it. Those are good pieces. They're just weird pieces, I guess. Like
yes,
they're kind
all
of
over the
weird.
place.
Kind of weird. It's like they're better than the Kings, but it's still weird to an extent. It's like you got 2 big men and 2 guards when you really didn't need to do all that. Like, why are we drafting Jeremiah Fears, but we have Jordan Poole is still pretty young? Like, I don't know. That just doesn't
And
make
you got DeJounte.
Yes, and DeJounte. Like, it just doesn't make sense to my eyes. Like, Misi was decent, but then you drafted Derek Queen and then signed Kevon Looney. It's like, I don't get it.
Did you know they signed Hunter Dickerson?
He's on that team?
Yeah.
Again, why? And he's probably not gonna get no legit tick. He's most likely gonna be in the G League all year. So I gave the Pelicans a C because I'm confused on what they're doing, but those moves are better than some of the other teams that they made. And the last team we got is the Utah Jazz. What grade do you give the Jazz?
I gave them a C, and that's legit because of Walter Clayton and Ace Bailey. I know they went out there and got Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson, but dog, what are we doing? What are we doing? And Nurkic, like dog, what are we doing? But yeah, I gave them a C just because of Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton.
Yeah, it's basically the same. They got a C because they drafted good. They're still gonna be a bad team, but they drafted good. Walter Clayton, I'm high on Walter Clayton. I ain't gonna cap. I'm high on him. I think he's gonna be decent.
You think he's gonna be a starting PG?
No.
You think he's just gonna be their backup PG?
Yes. I think they are gonna start Keontae and Isaiah Collier in the backcourt.
Okay.
And then they'll start Ace, Laurie, Walter,
and
Walker Kessler.
Walker Kessler.
Yes, I think that's gonna be their starting 5. I do believe that. But basically, Walter Clayton and Ace Bailey gives them a C because they drafted good.
I ain't gonna lie though. Isaiah Collier and Keyshawn George, Keontae George, they
Yeah.
not it. They not it, dog. They not it. Isaiah Collier is supposed to get better this year. He did not get better. It don't look like he's gotten better at all.
Oh, from the summer league.
Yeah, from Summer League, it don't look like he got better at all.
What about Kyle
He still looks the
Filipowski?
same. No, he's gotten better. He's gotten better. I want to see what he looks like this year, but he's definitely gotten better.
Well, let's move on. Probably our final thing. We've been probably almost 3 hours. Let's go on with our final power rankings from the 24-25 season. This is 20 to 11. Let's start it off. I'll start it off with at number 20. This is where I have the Miami Heat. I have the Miami Heat at 20. I thought they played decent. They were still like a bad team, honestly, but I thought the Heat played good enough to at least be in the top 20. They weren't as bad as the other teams, but they were 37 and 45. That's still bad, but they were better than the teams below. So I got the Miami Heat at 20.
At 20, I got the Bulls. I thought the Miami Heat played better than them. I thought they were better defensively. And I thought that they were more competitive than the Bulls. Because the Miami Heat, they kind of, they were ranked. I think they were ranked top 5 defensively, or top 10 defensively, or something like that. And the Bulls, they have no defense whatsoever. So I know they won 2 more games than them.
I want 2 more. So,
yeah, but I had the Heat. I had
poison.
the Bulls 20.
I had the Bulls at 19. I had the Bulls at 19. So this doesn't matter. But so number 19. This is where I got the Bulls. The Bulls, they did have a better record, but they were still a bad team. They did because at the end, they were good after the All-Star break. And I think that, and for me at least, that played a little bit of part. They were really good at the All-Star break. And Josh Giddey was great. Damn, it was averaging triple-double. I ain't gonna cap. Josh Giddey was really good for the Bulls, man. They got to resign that man. You saw they said they offered him 4 years, 80 million.
I think. Oh, I thought it was 60.
That's 20 a year. That's 20 a year. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, he want that 30, bro. I'm telling you.
He low-key deserved it. After what he did, he low-key deserved it.
I ain't gonna lie. I think he's just gonna take the qualifying offer. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's what all these restricted free agents gonna do. Because I know this kind of off topic, but then we'll get back. Somebody made up a great point, with the restricted free agents, there's no money to go around, and only the bad teams got the bread to give them that. Because the good teams don't got no money. The good teams don't
want to give it to them.
Yeah, the bad teams don't want to give them that, and the good teams just don't got no money. So it looks like with these restricted free agents like Kuminga, Cam Thomas, and Josh Giddey, I think and Quentin Grimes, I think they're just gonna take the qualifying offer and just gotta bet on themselves. I think that's what's gonna happen. And my bad, but Kuminga, he said he likes the qualifying offer than the contract the Warriors offer him, because I think he wants to control his own future.
Yeah, because after he becomes a unrestricted free agent after that.
Yes. And they offer him the 2-year mil. I think what we said last week, it was 2 years for $45 million, but it's a team option. So they can pick that up if they choose. So he has no control. But at least with the qualifying offer, he bet on himself and can go out and unrestricted free agency.
Low key, if they didn't have that team option, he probably would have took it.
He'd probably take it too. But he don't want them to have control over him. I think he wants a player option, but team option, nah. Because if he somehow balls out, they could just keep him. He can't go into restricted free agency. Unrestricted free agency. So let's move on. At number 18, this is where I got the Sacramento Kings.
Yep, I got the Kings too. They played okay last year, but they were still. But I feel like them, the Bulls, and the Heat are all in the same tier, bro.
Bro, the Kings are funny. They saw that DeMar and Zach LaVine ain't win nothing, but thought that they can win with them. It's just
Jay.
What are we doing, bro?
It made no sense.
That's like you going after a girl. You saw that she cheated, but then she with you. You think she ain't gonna cheat on me, bro? She gonna cheat on me too, most likely. What we doing? That's the Kings, bro. I thought the Kings, like even after the trade, they still weren't that good. They were kind of mid. They was 40 and 42, but the Kings weren't all that. They really weren't all that, and they probably deserved to be at 18. This team was, then next year, I do not know a lot of Kings fans, but I know they sick.
Yeah, ain't no
They
more lighting the
sick.
beam.
They like that being that one year. They were real good that year. But at number 17, this is where I got the Dallas Mavericks.
At 17, I got the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh wow. Okay.
I thought that Atlanta Hawks played good towards the second half of the season. They picked it up a little bit late. I mean, then with Jalen Johnson going down, I thought that hurt them. So yeah, I got them at 17.
Yeah, I mean, with the Mavericks, you know, AD did get hurt, and they were bad. You remember that one point they only had like 5-6 players. Like
Yeah, bro.
everybody that
They
they
were
were
struggling
bad.
out there. Yeah, they were
They were
struggling out there.
they were definitely struggling, bro. Jason Kidd was like, man, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I ain't never had to like this. Bro, they were struggling, but I thought they were like bad. The AD comes back. AD was killing. And he fought his way. But man, it wasn't enough. Because I think in that play-in game, he dropped like 40 points against the Grizzlies. Nobody else could come to play with him though. Like, man, he was it. And now Cooper Flag come in. Watch when Cooper Flag give you 27 and 3 about the 20 games.
As an average?
No,
as an average?
when we get to that 20 games, when I ask you, you gonna be like, you was kind of right. It was kind of right. But no, I do got the Mavericks at 17. And number 16, this is where I got the Milwaukee Bucks.
16, I got the Dallas Mavericks. I think with Kyrie going down and then AD missing the time, like you just said, they had 5-6 players at one point. I thought they were still a little bit better than the Hawks. But yeah, I got the Mavs at 16.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought the Bucks were not like, I know the Bucks were 48-34, but I thought it was a fraudulent 48-34. I never believed in that. I never believed in the 48-34, bro. Like that team. Hey man, people talking about Kuzma is really bad. He's really bad. But I just never believed in them. And I think they like later in the year they was kind of good. But then it's like, bro, that team, like if you look at that team was just not good. And then Dame missed time with the blood clots. I'm like, yeah, I'm not messing with this team. I thought they were bad. So I got the Bucks at 16. And number 15, this is where I have the Atlanta Hawks.
At 15, I got the Orlando Magic. And the reason why I got them at 15, Paulo going down first and then Franz going down. And then once they both came back, like it was crazy because when Paulo went down, the Magic still looked really good. Then when Franz went down, the Magic and Paulo was there, they still looked good. But once both of them got back, the Magic did not look the same at all. And they kind of regressed a little bit. So yeah, I got the Magic at 15.
I got with the Hawks at 15. I thought they were decent. They were mid as per usual. Trae Young played good. Dyson Daniels showed us why he was most improved. Zachary played good down the stretch. I give Zachary his credit. He was really good down the stretch. They did make that play in, and they lost. They lost against the Heat. Somehow, that some way I picked them to win that game. But the Hawks, they're mid as per usual. So I got the Hawks at 15. And number 14, this is where I have the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, I got the Memphis Grizzlies at 14 too. Even though Ja got hurt earlier in the year, the Grizzlies still kept a steady course. I still don't agree with that Taylor Jenkins firing. But I thought they played okay the rest of the season, even though they got smacked by OKC. I thought they played decent the rest of the season.
They figured him out, man. Josh said they figured him out. Do you think he did figure them out?
No.
He just saying that just because?
Yeah, he was just saying that for confidence reasons. I don't think they really figured them out.
I mean, they were good, but then Jalen Wells got hurt. Scottie Pippen was good. Zach Edey had his up
that
and
hurt
down
them a lot.
Oh, Jalen
That hurt
Wills.
them. Yeah, him getting hurt, that hurt them a lot.
Yeah, I thought Jalen Wills, and then like they didn't even really play like G.G. Jackson and
He was
Vince
hurt.
Williams. He was.
Yeah, he was hurt, and then he came back. So I think they was bringing him back slowly, but yeah, he was hurt early in the
Yeah,
season too.
G.G. Jackson only played 29 games. Vince Williams played 27.
Yeah, he was
They
hurt
had
too.
they had Marvin Bagley minutes, man. Hey, Marvin
Hey,
Bagley played good that one game.
I was gonna say, is Marvin Bagley a bust?
Yeah, I give him. Yeah, he just didn't pan out, bro. Cause like, bro, he was a dog at Duke,
Yeah, he
dog.
was.
But yeah, he a bust. It's okay. Because he was supposed to be damn near the franchise for the Kings. Man, the Kings had a whole bunch of people that was supposed to be the franchise.
Hmm.
Man, I swear, I thought Jimmy Fredette was gonna be something. I ain't gonna cap. I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna be
Hey,
something. I ain't
nah,
gonna.
Jimmer was in college. Jimmer was cold.
I thought he was gonna be something. But
Jimmer is up there like with the Johnny Manziels in college, like those great college players.
but if I had to pick anybody, I thought two people on the Kings was gonna be good. I thought Thomas Robinson was gonna be decent. I
Yeah, I
did
did
think
too.
I thought because he
I
was a
did too.
dog in Kansas, and I
Hmm.
know him. He in jail now. I ain't gonna speak on this situation, but I did think Ben McLemore was gonna be decent. I did think that. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be decent, but they had Nick Skouskis, man. They had a lot of people that just didn't pan out. It sucks for the Kings, man. But the Memphis Grizzlies, I thought, like I said, they were fraudulent too. They up there with the Bucks. Just a fraudulent team, but they were better than those teams. So I got the Grizzlies at 14. And number 13, this is where I have the Magic because they were mid and they did once the two stars came back and they played together, they were better, but they were still mid because they was just they couldn't like what's the word? Like they weren't able to make a comeback with the record because they was bad when both of them was out or when one of them was out. So how can they make up
I thought they
ground when
played decent because when Franz was out, remember they went on that win streak. Not Franz, when Paulo was
Franz?
out, they went. When Paulo was out, they went on that win streak.
Because he got hurt first. Paulo
Hmm.
got hurt first. Then Franz got hurt. But then Jalen Suggs basically missed half the year and was out for the rest of the
That's what
season.
hurt him. Yeah, that's what hurt him. When once Jalen Suggs got hurt.
Man,
Trying to play hide and seek, man.
bro, this net is killing me, bro. And I slammed it on the computer. I don't even think I killed him, bro. He's not dead, bro. But I thought the Magic played decent. I thought they played decent up to the mark, but I got them at 13. At number 12, I have your Detroit Pistons. This
Mm.
is where I have the Pistons at number
At
12.
12, I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks. I thought the Bucks. I thought they played. Me personally, I thought they played a little bit better than the Grizzlies. And then on top of that, Giannis dominated last season per usual. Even though Dame getting them blood, I thought Dame was playing really well before he got those was diagnosed with those blood clots. Um, but yeah, I got the Bucks. I got the Bucks at 12. No, 13.
Now this is 12. Oh, wait. Oh, you got
Yeah,
the
it's
Bucks
13.
at 13. So he got
Yeah.
a 12.
At 12, no, we should be on 13.
I had the
Because we
Magic
just
on
did
13.
we
I
should
had
have
the
two
Magic.
teams left.
Because we both had the Grizzlies at 14, right?
Right. And then now
And
it's
then
the
I had
Bucks
the
at
Magic.
13.
I had the Magic at 13.
Yeah, so my Bucks is 13.
Oh, okay. So at number 12, this is where I have the Pistons.
I got the Warriors. I got the
Okay.
Warriors at 12. I thought once they got Jimmy, and they picked it up that set because that first half they were terrible. They didn't even look like they was going. Remember I said I thought the Spurs was gonna make the playoffs before them,
You
but
did
then
say that.
once they got Jimmy, all that changed. They had a better second half. They looked like I wouldn't say championship team. They look like they could contend. Um, but yeah, I had the Warriors at 12.
I had the Pistons because the Pistons shocked me. They didn't shock you because you had them like this.
Yeah,
You
I had
predicted they
them.
would be
Yeah.
like this, but they shocked me, man. They were really good, man. 44-38. Pistons play some great basketball. Real quick, is K the top 5 point guard in the league?
Ooh,
Tyrese is out. Dame is out.
Oh,
It's
I gotta
KJ
go
guy.
look. I gotta go look.
Ooh.
I'll say top 10 for sure.
Oh,
I'll say top 10 for
he's
sure.
definitely top 10.
I'll say top 10 for sure. I don't know about top five.
Ooh.
I gotta look. I gotta look.
He might be okay. Off the top of my head, he might be. Off the top of my head. But we go, we gonna do all that. I think we gonna do that stuff in like September, like our top
Mm.
tens and position stuff like that. But yeah, I got the Pistons at 12, man. I just thought they played some real good basketball and they deserved it, bro. Like they shocked the world. Like if you weren't like a Detroit Pistons fan legit in Charles, you ain't shocked at this. You feel like you just knew. Like you just knew they was gonna play good, but they deserve it 12. And the number 11, this is where I have the Warriors.
At 11, I had the Pistons. I thought that like you said, the Pistons were what 48 and 34.
44 and 30.
40,
44 and 38.
44 and 38. I thought their record could have been a little bit better. There was a couple of games early on in the season that they could have won that they didn't do this is their first year actually being a good team. They let a lot of close games go last year. They could have easily won 48, maybe 50 games if they didn't let those close games go because they had a lot of close games last year that they let it go. So yeah, I thought the Pistons played really well last year.
They were better in the close games this year, right? I wonder what their record was like in close games. I wonder what their record is because I remember that summer when you came on and you was talking about how man they would have won a lot more games if they would have just been able to win those close games because during that losing streak, a lot of people was like they were in those games, they just lost late. They just lost. I just want to know like what their record is like, but I had the Warriors because you said it earlier. Like they showed up late that second half. Once they got Jimmy Butler, man, they changed everything for them. They were great. They were damn near a great team, and people had them potentially going far in the playoffs. Like Jimmy Butler changed a lot. Steph Curry played better. Draymond Green was in Defensive of the Year talks. They were really good. So that's why I had the Warriors at number 11. The Warriors showed everybody. And Paz played decent. Kuminga still ain't getting no minutes, but the young guys played better. But it was really because the Jimmy Butler effect. He changed everything for that Warriors team. That's why they are at number 11. Yeah, I want to know what their was their record in close games this past year. They were better.
5, 6. I'm just counting the close games they lost. They lost 6 close games so far, and I'm in December. 7, 8, 9.
You ain't gonna win every close game.
No, I'm just saying though the close games they could have won 10, 11. Like it was 11 games so far. Well, 12. Like it was 12 games throughout the course of that season. It was 12 close games. 13 close games they had that they could have potentially closed out and won.
Damn. So, if they would have won those close games, man, they would have had what? What's that?
Over 50. You said it was
47 wins.
Yep.
That's 57 wins.
Yeah, because like you said, the year before that, they was in close games. They just didn't know how to close out. Last year, they figured it out.
They were really on a 28-game losing streak, man. They was losing every game, bro.
Yeah, they was, but I still believed in them though.
No, you stuck by, man. You stuck by, man. It's like that one girl. You stuck by her. You stayed with her, and you believe. And look at you now. Now you can talk. Now you can talk your shit. They look at the Pistons now. Now you just gotta hope that they take advantage of this East, man. But I know you say you had your other things. Let's talk about that next week. It's kind of long.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I ain't
kind of long, man. And then I had some other stuff that we were supposed to talk about last week, but I didn't know we were gonna go this long. I ain't gonna cap. But
I got 3 hours.
Yeah, but that's it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. Remember, guys, to follow us on all social media outlets at Full Court Entertainment Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Remember, we are also on Apple Music and Spotify if you want to listen to the audio platforms. This was actually a really good episode, and I'm actually glad that we got a little NFL in there. I know it was just one thing, but it was good to talk a little football. Football season around the corner. Talk about Shedeur Sanders. We might talk about maybe a little bit of football, but it won't dominate the show. Obviously, we are definitely a basketball podcast, but it was just good to talk about some little NFL. And we probably talk about our fantasy teams on here too a little bit, just talking like somebody sold us, yada, yada. But, we'll get to it. Maybe some little NFL, but basketball is always the dominant of this show. This was a really good episode, but make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to all our videos, and we will see you guys next time on YouTube and Twitch. See you guys later.